Discord.
Too low for you. I could probably turn myself up some. Let's see. Is that any better for you?
Oh, that's way better.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Sure thing. I try to. I'm here to serve. Yeah. No, that's right.
So I have to use Microsoft Edge in order to get Tabletopia to work.
Oh,
Not
really?
a big deal.
Oh,
yeah,
weird. Okay.
I usually use Brave browser.
Yeah, me too.
Because, oh, cool. I don't like giving China my personal information.
Right?
So I don't know if you got to send me a friend request in Tabletopia.
No, I will once. So I don't have a premium membership of Tabletopia, so I just have the free version. So whenever I set up a room to play for this game, it only lasts for 15 minutes, and unless it's started, like you'll only like sort of sit there ready for 15 minutes. So I'm waiting until everyone's ready, then I'll send a link to you all for us to join the game. That's why why we're not like at a ready screen right now. It's because of that. Because I don't know how long Andrew and Christina.
Do you need my ID or?
No, I'll just send you a link. You'll go there. If you're logged in already, great. I'll just use your credentials. If you're not, you can just play as a guest and however you want to do it.
Cool.
But yeah, I was this past Monday. Let's see if anyone's in chat here. Apple, hello, Apple. How are you doing? I'm here with. Oh, and I should have. I don't have anyone showing on the Discord on the screen that I'm actually chatting with people. So let me fix that. I'm here with ArcSaint. Do you prefer to just go by ArcSaint?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Who I know through what? Apple is Ice Crusher. Good job being first, Apple. But let's get Discord. Why isn't this showing? That's that's why. Okay, so I want to show this. There we go. Oh, Andrew, hello.
Hey, Francisco, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How is the? Well, I don't know how much. I won't say. You say as much as or as little since we're live. I don't know how much private information you want me to divulge. So thank you for telling me your social security number, which was 00123. But Apple, I'm here with ArcSaint, Andrew. ArcSaint I know through Christian Geek Central. And Andrew and his wife Christina, who I think they're both going to be on here. I know through my wife, who she used to play a D&D game with them. I joined in, and then life got sort of hectic for us, so we're now not in the D&D group, but we still know them, and thankful to have them in our lives and whatnot. So that's who all is going to be here this morning for playing Junkyard Juggernauts. Thank you guys so much for taking time to do this. Anything, I'll start with Andrew. Anything you want the peoples to know about you guys?
So Christina and I are residents of the Midwest. We game, we read, we watch a lot of different shows, and are Christians. We met Ashley through being fellow members of the Nerd of God Squad on Facebook.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And that's kind of where our ties into to Ashley, and then again, as you said, meeting you through her, and so on and so forth. So,
very cool.
We have 3 kids. Eldest is 11. The youngest is 1.5. So.
That is the reason why we are late.
And our youngest is the reason for running behind a little bit. He's not feeling the best.
It's apparently the season for it. My son last week was sick. I caught it, then Ashley caught it in the midst of her starting her new job. So it's like, oh my gosh. So totally can empathize with that. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. ArcSaint, anything you would like people to know about what you do online or what have you?
Yeah, I have a Christian gaming channel by the same name, Arch Saint, and I don't update it too much anymore because I'm doing so many other side projects. But yeah, I'm a writer, gamer, and I'm really interested in getting the gospel to people so they can get saved. So
Awesome.
I've written tracks and other things you can find on my website, salvationbanner.com, if you want to check that out. That's about it. Yeah, thanks for having me for the playtest. The game looks cool.
Of course. I'm just going to make sure I'm going to show this just to make sure I get it right. Salvationbanner.com. Is that someone does a time warp? Hold on. Star Tropics. Close your mouth, Francisco. Go off the... Why did I
Our
do
live
that?
stream.
Oh my gosh. It's because I wanted to just jump up. I hate that and- game so much.
Ah,
Jeez, I can't believe I just did that. Don't clip that. I don't need that in my repertoire.
Let me join.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Cellcast, how are you doing? Nice to see you here.
I'll work. It's gonna work.
Okay, so is this the right website, ArcSaint?
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, head over here, guys. SalvationBaron.com. All right. Hey, Christina.
Hello.
Anything you'd like? Anything more that Andrew didn't say that you'd like the people's watching to know about you, or?
Is that for me?
Not really.
Not really.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm trying to
Trying to
figure out why it's not working.
Not working.
Oh, are you not able to hear me or anyone else?
No, I'm
I'm trying to get you through
my headphones.
Oh. Gotcha.
So that we're
So
not
that we're
having
not having
reverb.
Gotcha. Okay, no worries. Let's see. Apple says
One
having a good morning. Yeah, so far. I know we're starting a little bit later than normal. We're just gonna try this thing now where I start these Saturday morning streams at 7 a.m. Pacific instead of 6. Just see how that goes. A lot of that has to do with people seem to always come in at the last hour of the stream. So we'll see if it still continues to be that everyone comes in at the last hour, just delayed an hour. So, or if it allows more people to hang out for longer. But I'm going to go ahead and get this game created, guys, so we can play. I'm not sure how familiar, it sounds like ArcSaint, you are a little familiar with Tabletopia. Andrew and Christina, I don't know how much you guys are. But during this playtest, if you have any questions about how to do something in Tabletopia, by all means ask, because it can be confusing for people. If you have any questions about what a rule is, or how to do something, or what you should be doing, feel free to ask those questions as well. Let's see, save. Okay, wait. I'm getting the game going, guys. So just a second. If you have any questions like that, feel free to ask. If you have a suggestion for, like, you know what, Francisco, I think instead of blue, this color here should be chartreuse, or I think that this should be a +6 modifier instead of a +2 modifier. Things like that. I welcome your feedback about that, but save that type of feedback till the very end. Unless I ask, hey guys, and this is a playtest, so I may come along and say, you know what, I'm going to change this rule right here. I thought I had this way, but let's try it this way. That may happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen too much, because I think I'm getting closer and closer to actually like the rules being finalized, but it may still happen. But does that make sense? The type of feedback or questions to ask right now versus saving till the end when you will have an opportunity to share any of that stuff. I'll take that as a yes. Perfect. Okay. So I'll put in.
Yes.
Okay. So here is the Discord for joining. And you should be able to you shouldn't have to sign up for an account. Tabletopia will be like, hey, you want to be a bronze or silver or gold member, don't you? But you can just play as a guest for free. Apple says, yeah, I can't believe you start these streams at 6 or 7 your time. Usually I'm here because it's 9 to 12 my time. That's why I asked, how has your morning been? Gotcha, yeah. No, it's pretty good. I'm feeling almost pretty much 99% off the cold I had. My son's all recovered. Yeah, just excited to get to hang out with you guys and play test with Arxane, Christina, and Andrew. All right, Andrew's on. It looks like awesome. Yeah, and let me know, guys, if you have any issue joining or anything. How has your morning been, Apple? Oh, and I'm going to change this. I almost forgot. I need to change my camera so you guys can't see my board because there is a, I don't know what you call it. There's a social deduction, like a hidden role element to this. So if I am the warlord, that's the main role that's hidden. I don't want you guys knowing I'm the warlord, and you'd be able to see. So let me try to fix that. All right. All right. Now it looks like you shouldn't be able to see my screen. Is that accurate, guys?
All I see is black space behind you.
Perfect. That's as it should be.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like I'm still waiting for you to join Arxane. Is Edge being crummy toward you?
Am I supposed to see a notification?
Oh, yeah. I put a link in the Discord. Did you click on that link and it's still giving you nothing?
Oh, sorry. Give me a second.
Let's see. Apple says it's been pretty good. I'm not feeling the best, so I've been reading all. Well, Lord God, I pray that you be with Apple but I'm not sure if she's feeling sick or just sort of down. But whatever the case, I pray that you help her through this season of not feeling well and give her your strength and your comfort and your peace. Amen. All right, now we are all in. Okay, now I need to make sure I have my notes up for what I'm supposed to say. Excuse me. All right, we'll go ahead and start. Yeah, 3 or 4 player. Awesome. Let's see. Well, no, it doesn't matter. I was going to ask you, have any of you guys checked out the website or know anything about this game? But it doesn't matter because I'm going to introduce it and whatnot. So, it's not like I'm going to say something different in case you have. What was that, Christina?
I like to be surprised.
Awesome. So I've been working on this game for some context that wouldn't be in the game. I've been working on this game since late September. Oh, and please, please, please do not sugarcoat anything. If you hate something, or if you get to a point like you're an hour into this game and you're like, this is the worst game I've ever played. Francisco, I don't want to play this anymore. Please say that you are by no means obligated to stay through the whole thing. If you're just completely fed up with this, please do not feel like you have to stay and muscle through. Let's see. Apple said I've been. Oh, okay. I read that. All right, guys. Let me know when you're all able to see the game board. There should be a map in front of you. There should be a little player board that says your Juggernaut on it in front of you. Let's see. Andrew's in. Arxane, did you say you were in already? Or did I mishear that?
Yep,
okay.
I'm looking at the board right now.
Awesome. And I think, Christina, did you get in or did I miss that? We're still waiting. Oh, yeah, I see your yellow hand, so you must be in. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm just going to set a camera quick. And if you guys, you can go through the Tabletopia tutorial if you want. You can just exit out of that, though, if you don't want to. Save this. All right, guys. So, it's helpful. So I have all the pieces and everything set up in a very particular way. So it'd be great if you didn't mess with any of the pieces. Sometimes I play with people and they're like, I want to move all the pieces and start stacking them and play Legos. It's fine. I get the compulsion, but it can make me have to reset things. So,
yeah.
All right. So welcome to Galmany. In this land, you'll find magic, mechs, and a splash of mystery. We are heirs to the throne, each possessing a connection with one of the 4 elemental magics. So in this play, and this will be random each time, but in this play, I am playing as, I'm going to start playing these out on the middle of the board, but these are right in front of you. I'm going to be playing as Malcolm, who's the green, who's connected to green magic. It looks like Andrew is playing as Saffron, who's connected to fire magic. Then across the table, it looks like Christina is playing as Riviera, who's connected to water magic. And Arc Saint is playing as Hobart, who is connected to wind magic.
Right.
And because of these connections with magic, which not everyone has, our parents have assigned grizzled old Dawburn to be our tutor in the antiquated craft of Mageneering, that is, combining magic and with machine. Antiquated, some might say, until today, when the warlord attacked. No one knows where the warlord came from. It might have been just somewhere from the west. But he came at night, he or she, we don't know. But the warlord came at night, somehow got into the Seneschal Citadel, the castle where the king and queen sleeps, abducted them, and started, then went back to their encampment and started setting up their junk golems in the cities across Galmany. Sort of enslaving the populace under their iron boot. And some may say, there's been rumors that the warlord has a giant mech, or others say they use blood magic. No one really knows the truth. But wherever the case, because of this, Dawburn has done the only thing he thinks has taken us to the only place where he feels we have any hope. That is the Galmany Junkyard, which is down here in this collection, this pile of cards down in the lower left side of the map. Before we get, go ahead.
I'm just saying okay.
Oh, okay. Before we get into the game, let me do some explanation that I never go into this, so hopefully this is helpful. On your player cards, I'm going to use Andrew's for an example. So each of us has this Mageneer card that I just highlighted at the very beginning. If you hover over it and if you hover over it, excuse me. If you hover over any card and press spacebar, it will bring it up really big, so you can read.
Thank you. I was wondering
easily.
about that.
Yes. Unfortunately, some cards will be sort of tilted vertically, and then parts of it you have to tilt your head to read. But for these Mageneer cards, everything should be able to be read easily. So for what we're about to get into, there's a few phases in this game. There's a build phase where we're creating a juggernaut. Then there's an exploration phase where we're looking for the warlord, where we're helping people on quests, where you could gamble with brigands. There's lots of different things you can do in this world of Galmany. That's sort of the second phase of the game. The final phase is the final boss, where three of us are fighting the one person who ends up being the warlord, which right now none of us should be the warlord. That's determined when we're digging through the cards. But all you should focus on right now, on this card, there's lots of text on these Mageneer cards. The only thing you really need to focus on is right next to your little character portrait, there's a thing that says either action or bonus in a square. And then underneath it says specialize. The specialization is the thing to keep in mind. So some of them might say you need a water or a fire limb to get this specialization, which is the thing at the top. So if it says there's a certain limb type you have to get, and if you're not confused about an icon, there's a card next to on your player mat that it says maps and things to do. And on the flip side of that, which you can flip cards over by pressing F, hover over a card and press F, and now flip a card over, there's an icon guide for like, okay, what is this icon? I'm not sure what this is. Okay, that's what that is. So all I'm trying to say, though, is the only thing that you really need to focus on right now for these Mageneer cards is that one specialization part right next to your character portrait. The text at the bottom in black, that's all for like combat stuff. The actions to the right are for combat. You can read those right now, but they're not germane to what the building phase that we're about to go in. The only thing that is how you might want to specialize. Okay, so I'm going to put your card back, Andrew. All right. So what we're going to do is we're all down here in the junkyard. I'm going to put these tokens over our specializations because they sort of cover up them until you've actually specialized, and then they're revealed. I mean, you can still read it if you do the spacebar action, but Apple says blood bending. It must be the water elemental. Mystery solved. Oh my gosh. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in. Usually in most games, if someone bought this game, it'd be, hey Yoshi, it'd be whoever fixed something last would go first, just so we can sort of get off on the right foot. We're going to do. I'm just going to go first, and we're going to go in a clockwise fashion. So I'm going to go, and then Arc Saint, and then Christina, then Andrew. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw 2 cards from this pile. So to draw, you're going to hover over a card and press T to take it, T for take. And you're going to do that twice for any card that is face down. Now, after you've gotten your cards, for example, I'm just going to start, and I'm going to pick these 2 cards. They don't have to be right at the top. You can pick any card that you can sort of hover over. You can draw out. Okay, so I just got 2 cards. I'm looking. Okay, so these are the cards I have. This is the character I have and what I might want to specialize in. All right, so I'm going to put. You put one of the 2 cards you just drew out, except I just put it over and I clinged it to another card. So this was the card I tried to put out without it going face down. The idea is we're all going up to this massive junk pile. And we're like dusting off things, we're cleaning things, and we clean off like 2 pieces. We're trying to determine, okay, this piece I like, this piece I don't. Okay, I'm going to take this piece I like back to my construction pile, essentially. So you're taking it into your hand. And you leave one that you've already dusted off, so it's clear what it is, for the other people that are looking through the junkyard. If you decide you like a card that's face up, you can take it, but then you only take that card. You don't take 2 cards in that case. All right. And then we're gonna go. So I went. Then Arcsaint's gonna go. He's gonna pick 2 cards. When we get to Andrew, we're gonna snake draft this essentially. So Andrew, you'll get to go twice. You'll get to take 2 cards, pick one, put it back, take another 2 cards. Keep one, put another one back. Or if there's 2 showing that you like, you can just take those 2 cards. And then we'll go back to Christina, then Arcsaint, then me, then I'll go twice. And so we'll just go back and forth like that. The final thing to keep in mind is the Warlord has already started tempting one of us to be their acolytes. And if you draw the Warlord card, that means you've become the Warlord's acolyte. Good morning, Dale. And you cannot put that card back out. You have to keep that card. And then you don't want anyone else to know you're the acolyte, because you're going to be essentially playing against everyone else, though we won't know it until the very end when your encampment is discovered. Or if you discover your own encampment, you can then go on the offensive to attack someone else. That may not make much sense right now. We'll get to that later. But for now, I think we're prepared to just draw cards. There are also Juggernaut torso cards. Each of them has their own own sort of ability. If you draw a torso card, you can put that back out also. You don't have to keep it. But if you've already drawn one and you draw another one, you do have to put that one back out, because you can't have 2 torsos. All right. And
so Francisco,
yes.
the card that you laid face up, is that put in any limb?
Yeah. Oh, geez. Thank you, Andrew. Let me go ahead and do a little. Actually, I should just do it this way. I should always go first if I'm explaining, and then use this as an example. Okay. Great question, Andrew. For right now, each of these cards is a multi-use card. There's 4 uses for it. I'm going to hover over this 7, and if you want to do the same, so we're all looking at the same thing, hover and press spacebar, I should say. Same thing. It'll be easier to see. So the first two ways that the two things that were most I keep using the word germane, but nothing else has come to mind for this conversation is the power level of this card. So the top part of the card is the legs, and the bottom part is the arms. And these both have a power level of what would you guess the power level of this card is?
7.
Ah, you guys are smart. Yes, 7. And the power levels range from 2 to 10. And it's just like a poker deck. It's the same sort of math. There's like essentially 4 sets of 2 through 10 cards. Not all of them are in this pile. Some of them are underneath the cities that the warlords set up with junk golems, but a lot of them are in this pile. Anyway. So the power level is 7. So if you were to take this card, you could use it for your legs. You could use it for your arms, and it will orient for the most part on your player boards however it should be. So you don't necessarily have to worry about spinning it or what have you when we get to the building phase. But the top part on this card is the legs. The bottom part is the arms. But it doesn't matter which one you use. There's not going to be like a card where the legs are a 10 and the arms are a 2. They're always going to be the same number. So what you have to keep in mind is, though, as you're building, as you're getting cards, probably the best thing to do is just go for the highest power cards you can. If you draw like a 10 and a 3, it makes sense to probably just keep that 10 because you're going to be able to, you'll have more opportunity to have a stronger juggernaut at the end. You'll be using 4 cards at the end of this to build your juggernaut. So I'll leave it there. When we get to the building phase, I'll go into the strategies for building because there's a lot of information and I don't want to, it's very easy for me to overwhelm. So I'm going to stop there. There are 2 other components to these cards, which I'm not going to get into now, where there's a little tutorial battle that we're going to do after we build to explain those. Mm-hmm. But for now, we're just going to go with it. Yeah, the power level of this card is 7, and so the number showing is the power level, and you can use them for arms or legs. Any questions about that?
Nope.
Okay, awesome. Drake says, let me guess, a 7. Peter Venkman. What? I don't remember that from Ghostbusters, but all right. So this 7 is showing. Arc Saint, you can take that 7 as your only draw, or you can take 2 cards that are not shown and then put one out. And to put a card out if you press the T to take it into your hand, you just click on the card in your hand that's at the bottom of the screen and sort of like drag it out back onto the board.
What did you say the max level was? 10 for the cards?
Yeah, the cards go up to 10. 2 is the bottom, 10 is the top.
Okay. I think I'll take the one that's revealed because it's pretty high. So.
Okay. Yeah. All right, and now it's Christina's turn.
All right. And that and that. Okay.
And I'm going to switch my music because I just realized it's playing probably copyrighted music. So give me a moment for that. I mean, you guys go ahead while I'm doing this.
Hey.
Alrighty. So Andrew, now you can go twice. You can take this 9 that's showing, and then take 2 cards that are not showing, or you can take 2 cards that are not showing, put one back, take 2 others that are not showing, put it back. Oh, it's from the video game. Okay, I haven't played that far on the Drake. Go back to work on the music here.
Everyone hear me?
I can hear you, Christina. Yeah.
Yes.
My headphones just suddenly decided they were going to work.
That's funny.
All right,
Good
so
job,
how do I
headphones.
take it out of my hand and put it back?
So you click on it in your hand and you sort of drag it back out onto the board.
Okay. All right. Christina?
You went twice?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
It looks like Well, actually, Andrew, it looks like you have 0 cards in your hand. Like you can. Oh, maybe it says you're AFK, so maybe there's some issue there.
Ruh-roh.
Or do you? Maybe it's me. Do you guys? If you look at the little icons at the top of the people playing, it'll say they'll have a number for how many cards are in your hand. For
it says on mine it says 2.
Okay. What are you
And it
guys
says
seeing?
1 on each of yours.
Okay, Christian and Arcsaint, do you see 2 for Andrew too? Because if you do, then it's my issue.
No, I see a 0 and
You
I
see
see an AFK for Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah, likewise.
So it might just be you need to refresh Andrew, or it may kick in here. I don't know what's going on. But as long as you have 2, then I think we're fine. So yeah, Christina, go ahead.
Sure.
And this hasn't come up before. I think people are pretty quick to grasp this. But when you take those 2 cards, you can't put a card back that you've already claimed. You have to only put a card back from those 2 that you're
just about to ask that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. Hey,
Thank
Valendro. Good morning.
I'm sorry, I'm that person. It's like I need to.
No apologies
read
necessary.
Everything. Man. There. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Arcsaint.
Yeah. So I can pick a revealed one again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the random. Okay.
Alrighty. No, it's. Oh wait. Oh, you're still playing one out. I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't want one, when do I put it back in the center?
Right now. You can put it back in the center, and I can adjust it, or
okay.
you just put it back on top of the junk pile.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna take this one, and then I'm also going to take this one. So now it's back to Arcsaint.
Okay.
All right, Christina. All right, and Andrew.
Okay, let's see.
As you guys are going, I imagine maybe one of us has gotten a torso by now. Each torso does have a specific ability, so that, and you can read that next to its name. If you have a question about what they mean or what they do, by all means ask. Those aren't super secretive, so don't feel like you're going to like give something crazy away if you reveal that.
Oh, Francisco, I stacked those 2 cards on accident.
Okay, no worries. Let me. Where are they?
It's the blue-looking wheel over here. If you mouse over.
I'm not seeing your hand, Andrew. Oh, right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't see any cards there. That's weird. Is it this blue card that's out in front of the board? Or
yeah, so there's a blue, it's got kind of wheels on one side and knives. When I mouse over it, there's 2 because I think it stacked it.
Oh, I'm not seeing that. And I wonder, Andrew, did you already try refreshing?
No, I haven't. So let me
go
refresh.
ahead and do that, because I think that might fix some of these issues. Because I'm not seeing that, and it's still showing you as AFK. So weird. Apple says, does the player count have any effect on the game? Like different rules? Can you play with 2 and still have the Acolyte be a mystery? I've been trying to figure that out, Apple, if there's a way to do it. So far, it hasn't been that way. It plays 1 to 4 players. In the 1 to 2 player version, you both, it's sort of more of a co-op experience where you're both just going for the warlord. You have to find him or her still, but you don't have but neither of you are going to be the warlord. I think it's possible to make it a version where one of you could be or couldn't be. I can't have it be, it won't make sense to have it be like, well, one of you is going to be the warlord, because then you'd always know that. It would have to be some mystery of like, well, one of you may be the warlord, or it may still be game controlled. I'm trying to lock down all the other rules before I try to go into a variant like that, though.
Yeah.
Great question.
Okay. I was just going to say, have you considered sort of a track of like, you could, gain an extra bonus for, moving down that line of, like if you've got a gradient of good versus evil, you can have sort of a track where I can get bonus points for doing, make my mech stronger or whatever, and then but then you become more in the pocket of the warlord.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've thought about like a corruption scale or some
Correct,
sort of
yes.
meter like that. I haven't. I don't feel like that's. I haven't explored it to a great extent. I think it works now. Oh, but for like a 1 or 2 player one, maybe that would be the way to go. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Because then you don't know what they're spending their points on.
Yeah. Okay, so it still shows for me. You know what? I'm going to refresh because it still shows for me that you're AFK, Andrew.
Yeah.
So maybe it's me as well, or all of us.
Okay. I have 4 cards in my hand now.
Okay.
So
Now we'll
it should
double
now be
check that
Christina.
that one card with the 2 only has.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a stack now that I'm back in.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, and I see that you have 4 cards, and now that I've refreshed, I see you have 4. Okay, perfect. So yeah, Christina, back to you.
Thinking.
Thank you for that question, by the way, Apple.
Okay. I've taken my 4th card.
I'm playing with Andrew, Christina, and Arcsaint. People you don't know. Okay. My son, my first playtester, is asking who I'm playing with.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some good numbers.
Don't tell them what numbers I have.
Look, it says.
Excellent.
It says.
Okay.
Hey. I got into playtesting because my dad playtested using me as a guinea
Oh
pig,
yeah,
so
that's right.
it's
You
great.
told me that. That's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what the first game you play tested was?
I mean, okay, so whenever we got a new game, we would do what Dad called a push around, where we all had hands up.
I think it's your
and
turn,
we were
Arcsaint,
just
by
sort
the
of
way.
having fun, exploring the rules, because we, because sometimes people aren't the greatest about writing rules, and we all need to figure that out together the first time we play a new game. That's something we still do in our house. But the first one where I was really, really playtesting, and it was him and me playtesting something, was Bab 5 Wars.
I've never heard of it. Is that a game that's like out you can get?
It is a miniature battle game based
okay.
off of the TV series Babylon 5.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he repped for the company that made it, so we got to play test
Francisco.
Yes.
Francisco, we when we have all of the books and miniatures for it in our house.
Wow.
Now, because we inherited
them.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Wow. That's so cool.
There was enough printing for a 2nd edition and an entire bookshelf worth of books.
Wow.
Sorry, did you say it was
Crazy.
my turn?
Yes, it is Arc Saint. Yes.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, got you. Okay. And I'm good.
All right. And now I'm gonna go.
So, Francisco, I realize that like there's things in the middle of like the limb cards where it's like, disable any one limb or blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
Is there any way to rotate the card while you're viewing it?
I wish
so that
there
you can-
was.
Because otherwise, I'm cranking my head to the left and
Yeah.
right trying to read it.
Yeah, there isn't a way, unfortunately. If you don't mind revealing what you have, you can always put it out in front of you and spin the camera. So to spin the camera, you press and hold somewhere on a empty area the right button. You click, right click, and then you can spin. And then you can also hover over something and press Z to zoom in. That's the best way. Like, especially if you're trying to read these ones that are showing right now, like this 2, you could press Z on it to zoom in and read it. But that's the only way. Yeah, that's one of my quibbles with Tabletopia is that they don't have a good way to do that.
Yeah.
All right, I am gonna put this back out and take these 2 and put this back out. All right, back to you, Arc Saint.
Okay, I got 4 cards. How many are we allowed to have in our hand?
At the end of this, we will have 7 cards in our hand.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Um,
And we should exhaust this whole junk pile. That it's the number of cards out there are there to be completely exhausted. So we may get to a point where everything's face up, and in which case we're just sort of taking one card at a time, back and forth. But
okay, so if you have 7 cards but you don't have like a core, like the main piece, like the torso,
you
have to trade it in, I guess.
You know what? That shouldn't happen, but I suppose it's possible. So if that does happen, we'll figure it out, because no one else can have 2 torsos, so they should have already put a torso out if they have one. So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, I think I picked up 3 cards on accident.
Yeah, it looks like it. So just put like the last one in your hand back out. Oh, but put.
Okay, that's the last one.
Okay, I was gonna say put it face down.
Sorry.
That's okay. And you can spin cards face down in your hand by hovering over them in your hand and pressing F, but it's not a huge deal.
Oh, okay.
So you still had one more to put back out, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll put that one back.
Okay, that one's
I'm
fine.
good.
Yeah. All right, Christina.
Okay.
So did you just take 2 cards there, Christina?
Was I supposed to not?
Well, if there's a face-up one, you only take 1.
Oh, I thought I took 2 face down ones. I'm sorry.
Oh, it looked like you took the 2 fire one. Maybe I just
I
missed
didn't intend. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Let me put that back. I intended to take, because it looked face down to me.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that was the problem. No, it totally looked face down to me. I'm like, I'll take that one. Fine, whatever. Okay. Now I get to decide.
Yes. Yeah, there are some, and this is one of those things that's never going to happen in real life. If you're playing this, is there are some glitches sometimes where a card will appear face down, but it's actually face up. That doesn't happen too constantly, but it can be annoying when that does happen. All right, it's to you, Andrew, and you have.
All right. All right. So I've got back to back. So let's do this.
And Apple, you were saying you're interested in trying to make a board game at some time. What kind of board game do you think you'd like to try to make?
So, Francisco, is there any strategy related to collecting multiple pieces of the same element type, or conversely collecting pieces of different element types?
Okay, so I'll go ahead and go into that now. I was gonna save it till we start building, but yes. So essentially, when we start building our Juggernaut, there are ways to get bonuses of different kinds. So if you can get a bonus, so there's these +2 and +4 little chits. What those represent is if you have a pair of numbers or a pair of elements, so a pair of colors, in either your arms or your legs, not a left side and a right side, but your arms. So think like looking left to right. Your arms are both like 3s, or your legs are both water, both blue. Right. Then you'll get a bonus for each of those. So if you have a pair in your arms, you'll get a +2. If you have a pair in your legs and arms, you'll get +4, and you can apply that to your attack strength or your speed. If you end up having essentially one of every color and the same number, so all 7s, you would get +6. Also, if you have all of the same element, regardless of number, you would get +6. So if you had all fire limbs, that'd also give you +6.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and say now, as we're building, we're not there yet, but when you build your legs, so your legs are going to add up to a number for your speed, and your arms are going to add up to a number for your attack strength. Your leg number has to be bigger than your arm number. It's like the legs have to support the arms and the body. So they can't be equal. Okay. The legs will have to be bigger, add up to a bigger number when you start building.
Okay. So another thing, because I'm the one snaking, if I discard one of these 2 cards, since it's my turn next turn, can I immediately, if it's the card I want out of, because now all the cards are face up, can I draw that face up card right back?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Then that is exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to down, and then I'm going to take it right back.
All right, perfect.
Christina, your turn.
Alrighty. Sorry, I was making more coffee.
No problem.
We were up until 3 a.m.
Oh my gosh, and you're up doing this. Thank you, but because of your...
It's not, I mean, it's now 9:50 our time, right? We're 2 hours ahead of you.
Oh, okay. I guess that is a little different. Okay.
But it still was not the most pleasant.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I remember. I don't know if you were up because your little was sick, but I remember when mine were. I would have to. We had this thing where you would essentially suck out their snot. So it's like this tube. That, I don't know what it's called, but
the nose Frida. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I do not do the nose Frida. I can't. She fights too much.
Oh.
But I have a good old fashioned bulb syringe.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And lots of saline.
Much needed. I think is it your turn, Arc Saint? Were you done, Christina?
It is. Sorry, I just went. Yeah.
No problem.
Oh, okay.
Are you talking about those bulb syringes that you used to suck out?
Okay. So I didn't. I mean, we had one, but no, is this thing where you would put it at the nose canal and it'd be connected to a tube with a little filter, and you'd suck on the tube. But Christina was saying they have bulb syringe. Did you go, Arc Saint?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And I'm gonna take that since
basically
no one wanted
it's like what you would have in a hospital, like for wall suction, because in a hospital you have like actual suction
back to
hooked up to a wall, and you'd hook a tube up to it, and then you'd be able to suck. And you can do that more effectively and more powerfully. And this was trying to that device is trying to recreate that a little bit.
Gotcha. Back
'Cause
to you,
it's a
Christina.
long, slow suction versus. I know. I'm full of disturbing mental patterns.
Not at all.
So you said we're supposed to get to 7 cards in the hand, but if my math is mathing right, we should actually end up with 8.
Let's see. Well, I have 7. Christina's gonna get 7, and then what? I'm not sure how this happened. Hold on now. How did in the world?
because Christine's because it's my draw.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take the core because I don't have one yet.
What the? I don't know. Okay, I honestly don't know how that happened.
And now there's 5 there's 5 cards left on the table.
I played this. I played this Monday night on a playtest, and this did not happen. So I'm not sure how this is all of a sudden happening. But all right, apparently that's the way of it. Weird. Okay, so these will just. What in the world? We all have 7 cards here. Let me count mine. 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna put these back in this
Wait,
deck.
and there's even one out there. There's this one that never got flipped.
Oh wait, I'm not seeing anything. Did you
Oh.
put a card out that?
I put a card out. Yes, right there,
What? I'm not
right
seeing.
under my hand.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh because I don't see any cards there. Tabletopia, why are you giving me the business right now?
Why you like this? Why you like this?
Right?
Tabletopia?
Exactly.
Well, apparently we need to beta test Tabletopia as much as we need to beta test.
True.
Apple had said, I don't really know yet about the board game she's thinking of doing. Oh my gosh, that's the one that's out there still? The Warlord card?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't get how no one took that though. Because that should have been face down, if anything.
It is face down to me.
What?
Yes, me too.
It's not
Yes.
to me. Ugh.
Yes, Andrew.
All right, so I mean, Francisco and I reloaded. Maybe you guys need to reload as well.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe that happened.
All right. Well, then come over here so I don't screw everything up. I'm sorry. I'm a
Right.
pox on computer systems. I apologize.
All right, so
But if he's standing over me, it all goes off without a hitch. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
all right,
So, yeah, in Arc Saint, do you see this
and-
Warlord
and-
card?
Yeah, I can see that card. It's face
Okay.
down.
so just click the refresh button.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I know. I wanted to wait until you were standing over
Yes,
Just
I'm
to
standing
make
over.
sure it worked. Yes, I get that. Okay, here's what we're
me.
going to
Has
do.
anyone read Dresden?
Read what?
The Dresden series.
No, I haven't.
Okay. So it's sort of a
Urban fantasy.
urban fantasy
Mhm.
type of book series. It's fun. But the mechanic is the more magic you have,
So do you still see the card in the middle of the?
yes.
Are you
The
seeing it
more
as
magic
the
you
Warlord
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
Christian?
I
Okay.
see it.
Okay, cool.
so the mechanic is the more magic you have, the less technology likes you.
Oh, interesting.
So like the protagonist is a wizard and like
Mhm.
he can't use a computer, he can't use, he has to, use a wood stove and things
Oh,
like that.
wow,
Because
okay.
anything technological, anything with an on-off switch does not like him
Oh,
at all. It
interesting.
will blow up.
Uh-huh.
And Andrew jokes that yes, that because
That's funny.
electronic devices love to malfunction around me.
That's funny. So here's how we're going to get around us, because one of us was supposed to draw this and it's supposed to be a secret. So here's what we're going to do, guys.
So, all right, so-
Here,
Francisco.
yes.
You've been trying. I've been trying to keep this secret, but I have the Warlord card in my hand on my screen,
What?
so I don't know what these two are seeing because
Wait,
I
do
drew it
you?
on like turn 2. Yes.
I see the Warlord too, and you're saying Can you refresh again, Andrew? Because now it's saying for me you have one card in your hand.
Oh my god, yes.
All right, I will refresh.
Tabletopia said it's Saturday. No.
Apparently that's what happened. Yes.
Because I mean, I was all like, "Hey, cool! I get to be the warlord. This is gonna be fun."
Yeah.
Lord. Yeah, and Andrew would be the person to make it fun.
So what are you? So I'm still seeing 1 for you, Andrew. Oh, is
All right,
entered the game? Okay.
It's still loading. All right.
Okay.
All I have in my in my hand is this core card. Now, I did have 7. I'm back
so
down to 1.
that's where these 5 cards came from. 5, 6. Yeah, that's so you should have been it. Okay. That's why there's so many extra cards, because for whatever reason. What?
So it was duping it as we were drawing it?
No, well, you say right now you have 1 card in your hand, right?
Yeah, but I had 7 and there were the 5 face up. So like
I think for whatever reason it wasn't counting it as putting into your hand for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know.
So
because I'm pretty sure that the cards that I left face, like I had a pretty decent hand selection.
So so there's these 5 cards here. Go ahead and just take them all into your hand. Those probably aren't. Do those look like anything like the cards you had?
No.
They're all the worst cards, I'm sure. A bunch of 2s and 3s, no doubt.
I mean, pretty much. I had at least 1 9. So I mean, that's like it's one of those things of like, I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, but he did draw the warlord card, so.
All right. Well, okay. Here's what I'm trying to think of. So that we have a couple ways we could go. We could just start all over. We could restart this and hope that this doesn't happen again, or we could try to salvage this in some capacity.
I have an idea.
What was that?
Do it.
I kind of like my hand, so I don't really want to restart.
Yeah.
What if every one of us took 1 card we definitely are not going to use?
Well, I was thinking
warlord, and then
here's what I'm thinking we'll do. We will all put into the center our highest power card and our lowest power card. And the warlord will go out there also, and then we will all just do a quick back and forth draft from that pile. We'll shuffle it and we'll just all take from that pile. So
okay, so if we're gonna do that, then you're gonna end up with 9 cards and 1 person, and I'll be 3. Do you want me to put in my highest card in the warlord or lowest card in the warlord? How do you want me to?
Andrew, why don't you put in, since you got a bunch of cards you don't like, how about that you weren't even shooting for? How about you just put in your lowest card or a card you don't want?
Okay.
And your warlord. So for instance, I'm putting out this 10 and I'm going to put out this 3. So those are my highest and lowest cards. So you can put them face up. It doesn't matter.
those are mine.
All right. So now I'm going to start putting these all together. And we should end up with 9 cards at the end of this.
All right.
Oh, I only put out. I put the warlord and
yeah
and
okay. Yes. So okay. So we should end up with
8 cards.
With 8 cards. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, and some of these aren't stacking. Okay. Indeed. Almost there. Almost there. Don't undo Tabletopia. What are you doing to me? Oh my gosh.
Why does Tabletopia punish you?
I don't know. That's a great question. Why does Tabletopia punish
Because
me?
you're not a premium member.
You know what? That is. I don't know if you guys can hear Ashley. She's saying because I'm not a premium member. That's why it's punishing me. All right.
It's unfortunate that I got rid of my premium membership about 6 months ago.
Oh really?
Okay. I had it during the pandemic, and then I was like, we're playing in-person games again. So we stopped playing the tabletop stuff. So
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm going to put this back here where it's supposed to go. Okay, so Andrew, I'm going to let you start. We're just going to take the top card, and we'll just go you, then Christina, Arc Saint, me, and then back to Arc Saint, Christina, Andrew, and we'll just go like that.
I have drawn my first card.
Okay,
so
Christina.
This is how games happen in my household. There's a lot of hang on a minute,
Yeah.
because
No worries.
Christina also has to manage, like, all right, where'd the pile go?
So it's over. It's
Oh, it's over
right
there.
here.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm. So you're just taking one.
What? It wasn't supposed to do that. All right, Francisco. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're not the first one, nor will you be the last one to have that happen. Again, something that would never happen in real life. Draw one card. Okay, I'll just take all of them. Oh my goodness. All right. So did you essentially put them all back, Christina?
Wait, I have.
Okay. So here,
I think I did. I have
take that one.
2, 3, 4, 5. I might have put one extra back that I shouldn't have. Oh, well,
No, you're good.
No, we did it. We're good.
So I just put the top card there, so just take that one.
I was taking a shower when I missed your call, so apologies there.
I can do
All right,
that.
Arc Saint, take that
So
one.
yeah, we are
I'm just
still
preventing
good to
this
go whenever you
draw
want
them all
to
from
go.
happening
That's
again.
great.
I'll take that one. Okay, Arc Saint, take that one. Christina, take that one. Andrew, take
Okay.
that one.
We unfortunately do not have a garage. We live in a duplex, and it's not an area where we have any
Either
kind of
one,
cover,
doesn't matter.
Really. It makes it challenging.
All right, and I think that you all have 7. I still have 6, so I'll take this last one.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
park generally right in front.
So,
but I definitely
now,
get emails like
hopefully
5
one of
to
us-
5.
Yes.
And
Okay,
it's
we
like,
all have 7 cards.
let me see if I can
Yes.
park
Yes.
like central
All right,
to where the
so
house is.
now
That way
we
you
go
have clearance on all
into
sides, and that way
the
you're
build
able to do all
phase,
the things that you
which
need to
is
do.
what that's going to be.
Hooray.
Is
Because
we
it's
all
like
do
right
this sort of
next to, like,
at our own
water
pace in our own
It's
time.
not
There's no
clear as,
turn
like,
or
3
a,
or 4
or a
sides, but
turn
definitely not
order or
50,
anything.
so I'll
But
maneuver it a
essentially
little
the
bit
way
so
to
you have
go
the
is
same
if
thing.
you all can come over and look at my board, the Malcolm board in the upper left real quick. I'll just give you a little primer.
Okay.
So your torso is going to go where it says torso. This one does not
Yeah,
stick,
no worries
unfortunately.
either way.
So you sort of have to
We were ready
place
wait
it
the entire window
somewhere like
regardless of
that.
when you were able to
Then
make it, so
your
we planned
your
it in, so
legs
we're
will
ready.
go something like this. You can just put your left leg there
Thank you so much.
on the left leg spot. That will snap into place. Then you can put this cover over it, which these covers below your player board just sort of sell the illusion of you building this robot that just has 2 legs instead of like a mangle of 3 legs. You don't have to use those. I like using them. And then
Right.
your right leg, you sort of have to place manually. I sort of align the shadow with the line guide underneath it to get a right placement. But that's how you do that. And then the arms, you just put the left arm and the right arm up at the top, and you do that same way. So, make sense?
Makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. And
All
then
right, so the
after
easy one.
you're all done, you add up if you finish building, let me know, and then we can work on getting your stats
Do
up.
the thing from there. Okay, cool.
No, not there. Okay. And then we're gonna do which one?
Same play guy.
Oh,
He's planning, unless he can do this first job, he's going to be here sometime around like 10.
okay. Nice.
So he has a big pop-up tent, but I need to like move the card just so he has it up clearance.
Mm-hmm.
Figure I'll take the cans out too.
Oh, thank you.
Because it's necessary.
It is. It does.
I feel like you were rebounded way quicker than I did.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
what happened here?
Did something disappear on you?
Oh, I tried to put the arm card where the arm card should go, and it did not. It stacked.
Oh,
I was like, come on.
what?
Come on, Tabletopia. It also won't rotate for some reason.
Well, it should. Oh, can you try putting one on? I'm just curious. I'm looking at your board now, Christy. I'm just curious what it looks like when you do it.
All right. Yep, that was fun.
That's
Okay.
weird.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying all the things.
Yeah.
It's not doing it.
So strange.
Francisco, I feel bad because I got your level 10 card.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
That one worked. Why did that one work and the other one didn't? I don't know.
So Arcsaint, you're done. So you actually get a +4 bonus because you have a pair of wind and a pair of earth for your legs and arms. To do your stats, your attack strength is your arms add together. So that would be, for instance, 16. Your speed is your legs add together. And then your HP is going to be your legs, your arm strength plus your leg strength add together. So,
Okay.
Christina, it looks like you're done. Did you, let's see, 6, 3, 8. I'm just trying to.
You said the higher power cards have to be in the legs, right?
Yes, exactly. And so, yeah, it looks like that's, you set up the way you have to set up.
Great.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's a way for you to have pairs so that you could have some bonuses, but it doesn't, unless I'm mathing incorrectly, it doesn't look like you can have that.
Yeah, no.
But that's
Nope.
okay. You do get to level up. So if you want to move this little
do.
cube down, so that's awesome.
Move it
All right.
down.
Yeah,
like there.
just to cover the specialization requirement. Essentially, you can take it off. It doesn't really matter. But
Yeah, that's cool.
so what happens for you is, and you guys can listen or not. It's not a big deal. But for Christina, just so she knows, every time you get into combat, there's an attacker and a defender. When if you're the defender, then someone's going to attack you. And then if you take damage or absorb damage, you can counterattack or you can counterattack. Then let's say you attack someone and they counterattack you. With Riviera's specialization, she doesn't take any counterattack damage. So people can counterattack you all they want. You won't take any of that damage. Counterattack damage otherwise is always going to happen. You can't defend against it. You're always going to take it. But you don't have to worry about it at all. So that's a nice
I get to
element
be
for you.
like water.
There you go. So for you, Christina, you're going to take, there's these little zeros here that I'm placing on your little torso board.
Thank you.
Your attack strength is your 2 arms add together. Your speed is your 2 legs add together. And your HP is those 2 numbers add together. And then Andrew, okay, looks like you get a bonus for having your 2 green elements. So you get to put this on your attack strength or your speed. But likewise, your all these numbers, your arms add together, Andrew.
Okay, 1 sec.
Okay, yeah. I'll let you handle it then.
So if I increase my attack strength, then the corresponding increase to the HP happens.
No, so that great question. That's only for now. It's just a good way of essentially your HP is all your limbs add together, because that's your core whole strength. So your bonus, whatever you apply a bonus to, won't go into your HP. That's more of like a fine tuning of those gears. It doesn't add to the mass of your juggernaut.
Got it.
And did you not want these covers on, Andrew?
Tabletopia was being weird.
Oh, okay. I'll just put them on.
I got it. I'm fine if you can get it to work. But when I was placing it, all of a sudden it was putting the covers underneath the card, and I was like, you know what?
That's
I'm just
dumb.
not gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Well, I put them on. I'm not sure if you're seeing it, but I did put them on.
No, I am seeing it.
Okay, cool.
It was just
Being dumb. Tabletopia being Tabletopia. Christina, did you adjust the numbers on your torso? Or are you? I'm just. Oh, maybe you're not there. Never mind. And Andrew, it looks like.
I'm sorry, I should have warned you about the fact that like I'm always up and.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I will assume if I
conflict or something.
If I ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say, I'll assume if I ask you a question and you didn't answer, you probably had to go up and deal with something. Totally get it. No worries.
Yes. So what I did on my torso was I looked at the card,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like nothing changed
Oh,
on my end.
Okay. Let me
But let me refresh and see what happens.
Okay.
Andrew,
Yes.
can you check on her?
Yep.
Okay, I have returned.
Child is
Yay.
Our child is a bit of a how do I say this? She's the rogue of the party.
Gotcha.
She's
doing
that
okay.
kid that is unsuspecting. Like you don't think that she's gonna, and she's very quiet, and then suddenly she's on top of something she should not be on top of,
Oh no.
or has fallen off of something
Jeez.
that she should not have fallen off.
Arc Saint, for you, did you essentially add the 4 into your attack strength for this bonus?
Yeah, was I not supposed to?
So you can do that. I think that will that might make things harder down the line, because there's other things that will increase your attack strength or increase your HP, and this bonus can change though. Like if you lose a limb or you change out a limb, that will change this bonus. And so it's best then not to think, okay, so did I have this bonus already calculated? Do I need to change that too?
No, that makes sense. Yeah. So does that mean my hit points are not also with the bonus?
Yeah, the bonus doesn't apply to your hit points. It's just to your attack strength or your speed. It shouldn't. So if you want it for attack strength, you sort of put it here. If you want it for speed, you put it here.
Gotcha.
That's how that works. Is it showing as zeros for you, Christina, or is it showing as different numbers above your torso?
She stepped away for a minute.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right. No worries. And Andrew, I'm seeing like a -4 for your attack strength and speed. Are you...
Yeah, I had cycled. I had cycled it. It was cycled down to -4 while it was building. On my screen, I'm cycled correctly of 9, 19, and 28.
Okay. Weird. Okay. I'm gonna refresh my screen again. Tabletopia.
What do you want us to do with the extra pieces we got? We throw them in the.
Are you talking about in your hand?
Yeah.
We're gonna explain that in a bit, because those will keep those you'll keep. Just a quick overview. They count as potions and amplify effects. So, but we're gonna have a little tutorial that will talk about that.
Cans are done.
Thank you, my love.
It is raining.
Oh.
He's got a 10.
Oh, okay.
So he says.
But yeah, you'll be using those. You'll be acquiring more because those will help you in combat, essentially. Whoa. So I'm looking at your board, Andrew, and it's all sorts of messed up from my view of it. So I'm just correcting things here. It just looks really wonky, but let's see. Okay. Now I see all your thing. Well, your speed's at 0 for some reason, but I see everything else.
Yeah, the minute you grabbed it, it switched to 0. So let me grab that and.
Mm-hmm.
Sparkling water.
What? I'm curious. What browser do you and Christina use, if you use the same one? Or
we're both using Google Chrome.
Okay, yeah, these should work fine, but weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not seeing it change anything from 0, but I'll just trust that you know what number it should be. If it's showing for you, perfect. Let's see. And Christina, are you there, or are you still away?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Are the numbers above your Juggernaut, are they all showing all zeros for you, or are they showing what you
Yes.
set them to? Okay. So
They're showing all zeros.
So the attack strength, and you guys probably figured this out, but I should have said it otherwise. You can scroll wheel these numbers up or down. You can also hover over them and press spacebar to get a increment of ones, tens, or hundreds. But yeah.
That's what happened because I used spacebar to look at the torso.
Oh, and it just gave you that number or something.
And it not only did I look at the torso, but it switched that number. Gotcha.
So, you want your attack strength to which is the first zero, to equal your arms add together, and then your speed is going to be your legs add together, and then your HP is going to be your arms plus your legs add together.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Have you been letting them have chips with breakfast?
Not usually.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Why is this not doing the thing?
I'm like, heck to no.
All right. Sorry. How
That's
am I
for carbs and a
increasing
small
the?
side protein. The answer to that is
How am I toggling on this again?
Put it back.
I'm sorry, Christina. Can
Why
you
is it not
repeat that?
working for me?
Here, I'll come over and
Yeah.
help you.
Thank you. It's probably most likely I'm doing it right, and I just need him looking over my shoulder.
Because you're the magic user, and technology just does not like you.
I am apparently the magic user.
Apparently, my magic is
did
really
that.
high today for it not to be working.
What's
me.
your 8?
8. I did that.
So yeah, I see 8 there for attack strength, which is what it should be.
This is why you wanted me to play a sorceress in D&D.
Awesome. Okay, I think we're all set now. Fantastic. Just checking real quick if anyone leveled up. That should have. Oh, I leveled up. Let me do that. And then for Arc Saint and Andrew, for your level up, you in case you didn't notice, you'll have to kill one of these junk golem guys in order to level up if you also have your corresponding limb type. Like Arc Saint, you have wind limb, so you should level up if you beat one. And Andrew, you have a fire limb, so you'll level up if you beat one of these guys. All right, guys. So now we are actually going to be on the road. So you can we're all built up. You can take your little a standee / token from the bottom and put them over here on this junkyard, junkyard, because that's where we're all at.
Sorry,
Francisco, you moved the deck and I thought I'd click something wrong again.
Oh no!
No, it's fine. It's fine. You were. I was like,
showed...
oh, okay, well, W, don't you? No, it's where it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay. All right. So to
are
me,
you
it
not
looks like
coming
we're
yet? There we
all where we should be. So I'm just going to continue.
Yep. Let's go.
All right. So we all have our juggernauts put together with essentially duct tape and baling wire. We're hoping that as we go throughout the land, we'll be able to find ways to improve our juggernaut and whatnot. So we're moving. Dobrin's coming along with us, trying to help us understand, okay, how do I navigate this? How do I shoot that? And we get to this cave, and then all of a sudden, Dobrin spots something, some movement around the cave. And we notice, and I'm going to put these essentially at the bottom, so just we have room. He notices three things moving, and it turns out there is a flare burn, a desert lion, and an ice trident. Don't ask me how the trident is sentient or how the flare is sentient. They just are, okay? And they're no doubt they are scouts sent from the warlord to spy on us. And Dobrin says, you got to kill them. Otherwise they'll get back to the warlord and tell him of our plans. So here's what's going to happen. Whose speed is fastest of you three? And let's see. So Arc Saint's 17, Christina's 14.
14.
And what's
I'm a
yours?
19.
19. Okay, so they're gonna attack because let's see. They start to turn, and they see that we've spotted them, so they start to turn and start. This black token is going to represent them. They start running off. Andrew, because you're the fastest, you give a chase first. So you're probably going to go after the 6 because it's the fastest. So now we're going to get to. I'm going to sort of lead you in this. Essentially, you're going to pick an action on Saffron. So we're in a combat round now. Combat starts with the attacker, which is you, will take an action, and you can also play an amplify card if you want. But for now, just take an action. I suggest of the 3 you have, just doing an attack. But if you want to do lava flow or focus fire, you could do that here. But for this tutorial, I suggest just attack. What would you like to do?
I think I'm just going to attack.
Okay. So you're going to attack. Your attack strength is 9 + 2, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you attack for 11 against a 6. So that kills it. Oh, no. You see that it pours out something in front of it. Shh. And then all of a sudden your attack is blocked and dispelled by this mana shield or something. And Dobrin calls out, "Ah, crap. They have potions. But fear not, you can overpower that dispel with a potion of your own." And he tosses a potion at you, and he actually tosses a potion to each of us. Well, you 3. I'm staying back, not doing much, because I'm just like, hey guys, what's happening up there? So he says, use your potion to overpower their dispel. So essentially, you're going to put your potion out on the board where this guy put his dispel potion.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. And you're essentially declaring that you're trying to overpower that dispel with a potion. And I don't know if you guys are noticing, but at the bottom here of the map, there's this little track. Essentially, this keeps track of overpowers and dispels. So every time you use a potion, the block is essentially under the number it takes to either dispel an action or overpower a dispel. So for what just happened here, and you'll all have a chance to go through it, but Andrew, since it's your turn, so he put a potion down to dispel your attack, then use a potion to overpower it. It would now require him to use 2 potions to further dispel your overpower. He doesn't have that, so you destroy him. So the flare is burned. So you can say, get junked, or whatever catchphrase you want. So you beat him. Good job.
Great.
Now
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked. Exactly. Now it goes to, I think, Arcsaint, you have the next highest speed. So you'll take on this desert lion. So what would you like to? I suggest attacking, but if you want to do something different, also I'll go ahead and say now. Now that we have a good sense of what potions are, I'm going to use this desert lion as actually an example of an amplify. So if you zoom in, or if you want a space bar and then crane your neck, you can do that. I'm going to read what this amplify effect is, just so you guys are aware. Each card has an amplify effect, but all the 5s will share this same amplify effect of rapid repair. All the 2s will share the same amplify effect of battle rage. So all the numbers have the same amplify effect, but there's essentially 9 different ones. So the amplify effect on this one, if you were to use it, is attach this to your Juggernaut in place of a destroyed limb, or enable all your limbs. So what amplify effects do is, when you play them out of your hand, you're declaring, I am going to amplify my action with in this case, it'd be earth magic. So I'm going to amplify with earth magic. You put your card out of what it's going to be, and the effect happens. and then wherever the effect happens, wherever it is, and then you move on to your action. So the amplify effect could have amplified your action. For instance, if this was a battle rage, that would increase your attack strength by 2x. So then you would take your action of attack and you'd be attacking for double the power, essentially. When an amplify happens, and this is sort of indicated in there's these little dice diagrams on the board, but when an amplify happens, not a potion, but an amplify, it sort of sends out that type of magic into all of Galmony, and any limbs or any magical items that are associated with that element are infused with power. And how that is represented is any limb of yours that matches the amplify effect element, you get to roll a dice for. Also, if you're the Mageneer associated with that amplify, you roll a dice. So let's say again, this Desert Lion was played as an amplify. Andrew, you would roll 1 die for your 2 die. I'm sorry, 2 die for your arms. Christina, you wouldn't roll any die because you don't have any earth limbs. Arcsaint, you would roll 2 die because you have 2 earth limbs. I would roll actually 4 die because I have 3 earth limbs and I'm the earth Mageneer. And the die do different things. So if you were to roll a 1, you would have to disable a limb. If you rolled a 2, you get +2 to your HP. That's what the little robot guy represents. If you were to roll a 3, you could just draw an extra amplify card. If you roll a 4, you get +4 to your attack strength, or to your HP. If you roll a 5, you get +5 to your attack strength. And if you roll a 6, you get an extra potion. So you would roll all the die you could, and then you would pick one result. And ideally the best one. You probably wouldn't want to pick a disable card. Hey, David Abner. So that's what happens when an amplify effect happens. You declare, I'm amplifying with earth, or I'm amplifying with water. That way people can know to check, okay, what do I have those limbs? Should I be rolling a die? So you say that. The amplify effect takes place. I'm sorry. You declare the amplify. Everyone rolls. Then the amplify effect happens. Then you take the action. And then we proceed like we just did before. Is this the game you've invented? Yeah, this is the game I'm designing, David. All right. If you have questions, I imagine that's one of the hardest parts of this game to grasp. So by all means, ask questions about that. For now, though, Arcsaint, what would you like to do? Would you like to attack? Would you like to play an amplify against this guy? What would you like to do?
Yeah, real quick. So one person plays essentially as the game master, right?
I mean, ideally that shouldn't have to happen. If everyone is familiar with the game, they're just going to play. This little tutorial mission only happens, or ideally will only happen, when you're introducing someone new. So if like 3 of us had played this game and there's just one person new, they would do this just to familiarize themselves with what potions do, how to dispel or overpower. If everyone's played this game before, this doesn't happen. We just move to the rest of the game.
Okay. So I'm just going to do a basic attack, but since is the card amplified, so I got to roll?
No. So I was just using this card as an example of what amplifies look like.
Gotcha.
He is just a standard desert lion. You're attacking him with your 16 attack strength, correct?
Yeah, but I want to know what are my other attack options?
So your other attack options, and each of us has 2 actions that are specific to us. They're the ones that are sort of colored our element color. So for instance, Hobart, you have, and this is on your Mageneer card, under attack are your 2 other actions you could do.
Oh, I see.
You could do Static Shock, which would disable, you would just pick 1 to 2 of your limbs to disable. You could either disable all your arms. I'm sorry. You have to pick, either disable all your arms or all your leg, disable all your enabled arms or enabled legs. Yeah. So you can't disable a leg that's already disabled, for instance, but you could disable either all your arms or all your legs. And then the defender then chooses that same number of limbs to disable. So it'd probably be 2. So you could disable, let's say, your 2 legs, and then it would disable. In this case, it doesn't matter because it's one thing. When we start attacking these junk golems, they're going to have 3 limbs, 2 arms, and a leg. So you could, for instance, sack shock them, and then they'd be a lot more dead in the water than this guy. I know I'm not explaining that well, just because this isn't a good example for using sack shock, but be aware that
Gotcha. allows
allows you to disable your juggernaut some, but then your so sorry, but then the person you're attacking has to disable that same number. So that works better in a group dynamic as opposed to one-on-one.
I was gonna say it sounds more like if you're going up against the warlord, you could
Yes.
just say like, and he's got, I don't know, like I've got a 10 and a 9.
Mhm.
You know, if he's got 2 really good limbs, you can force him into a less advantageous position. Possibly remove that +2 or +4 or whatever.
Well, so the bonuses don't come off unless a limb is destroyed. If they're disabled, you still
Okay.
get to retain the bonus. But yes, that's essentially yes. You're working. That'd be a way to work together. Okay, hey, Arcsaint, can you just do your sack shock, and then I'll be able to get a critical hit next time. So, and we'll go over like those things as we get into attacking the cities. But for now, I think it makes sense to just do a basic attack. Your other ability of Junknado only really is effective if the junk pile, which only has 1 card now, has at least 3 cards. Then you're attacking with the combined power of the top 3 cards of the junk pile.
Oh.
After randomly shuffling it, the top 3. But you would have to use an amplify card that's either wind or earth type in your hand in order to trigger that effect. So, and it says there, use an amplify card and ignore its amplify effect, but you're essentially still amplifying that element. Does that help some Arcsaint?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Completely. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Since it has such low hit points, I'm just going to do a basic attack.
Yeah, do a basic attack. Oh no, it used a potion too. Darwin said, darn these scouts and their potions. Use your potion that I gave you, good Hobart. So you do that. It goes up the track to 2. It has nothing. Or whatever a desert lion might say. Okay, it's dead. Good job. That leaves you, Christina. So same drill. The 4, if you want a crash course on all your things, we could do that. Or if you just want to attack, that's fine too.
Sorry. Hi. I'm
No
the
worries.
special guest.
Don't have to apologize.
The special baby guest. Andrew, would you like to handle the special baby guest for a moment?
Yep.
I know, Peanut. You're fine.
Real quick, I'm going to say David Amber says, cool, I'll pop in and out. Remember that guy, Peter 24742? Yeah, that I introduced you last year during his subathon. His annual subathon began yesterday again. Hope you could stop by. Awesome. I'll make sure to give it a shout out if you're around. Thank you,
Okay,
David.
so I am just going to attack.
Okay, going to attack with your 8, which is totally enough, except he also pops his potion.
Oh no!
Oh no, what will you do?
Where'd it go? I will use a potion.
Wahaha, overpower.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked, exactly. And he's dead. This trident that somehow became sentient, the warlord and his schemes, making things sentient.
I'm sorry, I have a power of Decimo.
Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask a question that I assume the answer is no.
Uh-huh.
But does this tutorial battle count towards the must defeat a golem to level up?
And no, it does not. But nice try. All right. So we all, in that movement, we all moved down 1. So let me, so now that we've had our first encounter, we've gotten a little taste of combat. There's more to it than that, but we'll stop there for now. Now I want to sort of give you an explainer or of what you can do in this world of Galmany. There's a couple different sort of mindsets people tend to have when playing this game. There's the speedrunners who just want to find the warlord as fast as possible, beat the game as fast as possible, and that's a legit strategy, but that is a strategy. If you want to do that, you would make your way, I'm going to use my little guy as an example. You'd make your way to any of these cities. There's Swift, Port Powers, Raised Hutch, and Headstone. You'd make your way to those cities. You would attack the junk golem. Then you would search the city. And if you find the warlord's encampment and you're not the warlord, then you say, hey guys, I found the warlord's encampment. The warlord would have to reveal themselves, whoever drew the warlord card. would have to reveal themselves, and then they would start a battle, and then everyone else, as their movement allowed, would move into that place and start fighting as well. If let's say you're the warlord though, let's say as the warlord, I came up here to Swift, I fought the Swift junk golem, and I searched the city. Searching the city essentially means you take the card underneath the junk golem that's served left, you take that into your hand. Let's say I was the warlord and I found my own encampment. In that case, I could then choose to wait to, I essentially would choose my moment to attack one of you. I would essentially move my little guy to wherever one of you were. And I would just say, I would declare I'm the warlord and start attacking you. That would be the way to essentially pick off one person, probably the weakest of us, fast, so that you don't have three Mageneers attacking you. So that's how to look for the warlord, whether you're speedrunning to defeat the warlord or you're trying to be the warlord. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. So so the warlord would just come and attack, and that's like a private conversation, or is that like out in the open? Because I feel like that outs the warlord.
No, so it's out in the open because you don't want to tip your hat that you are the warlord, so you're going to attack these junk golems just like everyone else. But when the card underneath, you don't reveal that. Everyone doesn't reveal that. You take this into your hand, so you do that secretly just by doing T, just like we did with the junk pile. And you will see the warlord's encampment doesn't look like any other card. It looks like a weird it looks like it could be this weird steampunky / alien / weird tent. Essentially what it's going to be is it's going to look like it has connectors for your juggernaut torso and a bunch of other limbs. So that's what it will sort of look like. It'll be brown and it'll have... Oh, go ahead.
If the warlord discovers, let's say Underswift is the warlord encampment, and the warlord's the one who discovers it.
Yeah.
Is he forced to attack, rather than I'm going to go up to Port Powers and do that one too? Or is he forced to immediately attack the closest
No, he's not
player?
Forced. He or she is not forced to do that. You choose when to do that. If we get to the point though where all the cities are revealed and all the quests are done, and the warlord still hasn't revealed themselves, then essentially one of us would say, okay guys, the warlord's still done. I think they retreated. So then if everyone makes their way back to the capital city of Seneschal, the warlord will essentially lose. So if everything's done, all the quests are done, all the cities are freed, and everyone makes it back to Seneschal, the capital city, the warlord is defeated. It's essentially the warlord retreat. It's a de facto the warlord retreated, gave up. They saw they couldn't win, and so they retreated back to wherever they came from in the west.
So it's kind of like in Among Us, you've successfully fixed all the ship.
Yes, exactly,
solution.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So the warlord doesn't want that to happen. So I think it behooves the warlord to attack someone at some point before that happens. But maybe you want to always be. Maybe you don't want to win for some reason. I suppose that could happen. But that's how that works. Okay. So that's the speedrunning approach. Then there's you know what? I want to build up my power. I want to explore. So in that case, I would suggest we all got these cards next to us. I'm using Christina's as an example of map points and things to do. So there's a whole that you could go to these exclamation points. I'm going to put this back, Christina. You could go to these exclamation points and do quests. You could go to Elderkin Arc and sacrifice parts of your body to get bonuses. You could go to the ferry and travel up Bitter Run as a road. You could go to a brigade camp and brawl or gamble with them to roll dice and possibly get more bonuses. You could go to Ashley's haberdashery and turn in a one of your cards to get that back as HP and attack strength. I think those are the main things you could do. What was that, Christina?
You said a haberdashery.
Yes, it's a haberdashery.
Do you get a hat?
No, everyone with the hats. So I've looked this up.
It's a haberdashery. Okay?
Haberdasheries that are out in the sticks can also have lots of other little odds and ends. So that's how I'm using haberdashery in this case.
Okay.
You had to name it after.
I did have to name it after you, yes. Ashley says, just wanted to drop in and say hello after all on my morning errands. Hoping the game is going well. Thank you, Ashley. I think so. Jill says, curses foiled again. Dun, dun, dun. So right now,
Francisco, there's a card right next to all of our tokens.
There
Do you
is?
see that, or
I don't see it. Chris, where did that come from?
I moved it away. It's right down there.
Okay, that was actually Andrew's card. Weird. Because you had the 10 leg, Andrew, right? Of 10
Yeah.
fire. So strange. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
I don't know how that happened. All right, so now essentially we are all at. So that's where we can move and do. That's where the place we can go, the things we can do. The strategy is for us to find the warlord and defeat them.
Question.
Yes.
So you got the 4 cubes, which represent us on that chart there.
Yep.
Does that mean there's only so many turns until the game's over? Like once the cubes get all the way, or
I was just about to get into that. Thank you
okay.
so much. Yeah, no worries. So as you notice, I moved us all down from the 8 to the 5. These numbers, when you're talking about movement as opposed to the overpower or dispel, they represent how many stops you can move before you have to be done. So for instance, right now, I could move 5 stops away. So I can move to every little colored like location on the map is a stop. So 1, 2, 3, that's 3 stops. I can move a max of 5 stops. I can't move through cities that are enslaved. That's what the little gate porculus down means. But anywhere else I can move. I can move up to 5 places away, and then I stop. Even if I move just 1 place, that's fine, but my token will go down 1 stop. So each turn, unless I'm staying in the same place, my token will go down 1 stop, or 1 space. That represents my whole movement turn. Whether or not I moved one movement place away or 5 movement places away, it still goes down 1 spot. And then, so my next turn, I'd only be able to move 3 movements. Then the next turn, 2 movements, then 1 and 1. The little W's on the movement track mean if you pass them, the warlord will start getting a cache of amplify/potion cards that they'll get to use at the end of the game. So when you pass a W on the movement track, that's what those indicate. If you get all the way down to 1, that's fine. It just means you can only move 1 spot away each turn. So your movement's highly limited. Now you'd be saying, well, we're all going to get to this point where we're moving so slow, Francisco. What can we do? Great question. I'm sure you all asked. At these cities, when you free them, you can search them. Alternatively, you can rest. You can do a long rest in the city, which will move your movement track 3 spots and give you plus 10 HP. So you don't always have to search the city. But if you don't search the city, you can't then immediately search it the next turn. All the cities must be free before you can search a city that wasn't searched before. So that's how sort of movement works. That's how many stops we can move, etc., etc. So we are all at this cave right now. We all can move 5 more stops. Who determines who goes first is the person with the highest speed. Then it goes clockwise. So it looks like Andrew has the highest speed, I believe, with 19. Am I incorrect in any of that? Does anyone have higher than 19 speed? Oh, Arxen, do you have higher than 19?
17, I think. Yeah. So.
Okay. Oh, well, is this +4 for speed or is it for attack strength?
Oh, I have to choose?
Yes, it goes to one of them, not both of them.
Oh, okay. I'll do attack strength.
Attack strength. Okay. So your speed is still 17. So Andrew, I believe you're fastest. So essentially you will go first. So you get to pick where to go, and then it's going to go clockwise. So I'll go next.
Right.
And then Arxane and Christina.
All right. Pardon me while I compare locations on the map to. All right. So from the cave, it's. Is it one move to the ferry?
Yes,
Or is that...
exactly. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so one move to the ferry. Then there's a...
That's a quest, that little exclamation point.
Okay. Then I will move to the quest.
Okay.
Hold on. No, I don't want to move the camera. I want to move my guy. There.
Awesome. There we go. All right. And go ahead and move your token down 1, because that's your movement turn. So next turn, you'll be able to move 3 stops. And then for quests, here's how.
So then I draw a quest.
You can. So quests are revealed to everyone. So you can draw it to your hand and read it from there, or you can put it out on the board and read it from there. It's up to you. Just make sure you only take 1. So here, I'll put 1 out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will just flip it there. All right. The Bronze Owl. Your Majesty, please help. You turn back to see a couple carrying their child on a mat. Our daughter is near death. We are trying to reach the Bronze Owl in Lava Sands. If she sees it, she'll be healed. But it is still leagues away, and we fear dying on the sands. You understand their futility and that they see you as their child's only hope. You decide to... Okay. Take the girl, but lose 1 leg, or 10 HP. The Fire Owl Spirit blesses you, take this card. Or decline to help and the parents curse your family. All allies lose 6 HP.
Exactly. So what this card is, I'll let you read it. If you want me to help explain it, that's I totally get it. Excuse me. But if you're like, oh no, I understand that, then great.
Okay, so the only thing I'm reading, so Wise Passion, after all, what sort of rolls?
So that's an amplify. You know how the A is like an amplify card. So if you play an amplify.
Essentially what it's saying is every time you I have to amplify, I get to re-roll at least 1 die if I choose to.
Almost.
And I get the better. I get to keep the older, the new one.
Exactly. So that's close. That's when. So if anyone plays an amplify, whenever there's an amplify roll that happens, like a limb, like even if you don't participate in the rolling, let's say Arcsaint, let's say Arcsaint's the warlord, and he got a really good roll. You could be like, you know what, you're going to re-roll that, and so then maybe he'll get a disable or something. But you can only do that once for every amplify, essentially.
Okay. So I think I will do option A. Take the girl, but lose 1, and I will choose to lose 10 HP.
Yes, I think that's wise, given you have a 10 leg, which if you lost one of these legs, you'd lose that much HP anyway. So yeah, just better to distribute it to your whole mass.
Okay, so now I take my HP, and I'm just going to subtract 10, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And then this card goes into your hand as opposed to out, because you still, and this is one of those things I'm still toying with. If, like instead of making some of these these quest cards, maybe they should just be artifacts that are just sort of set and you just have them. But for now, this card is, you still have to play it as an amplify. It will then just sort of be constant and with you, but you do have to play it as an amplify in an action scenario. So you can't use it yet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. So now when I was looking at the instructions on the kind of help read me card, it says quest move track on if complete move track forward one if you moved for quest.
Yes.
So I didn't move, so I don't get to move.
Actually, this isn't super clear, but you do actually have to move because you took them to the Bronze Owl in Lava Sands, which is right there.
Okay.
So you do move because you did the heroic option essentially. So
Gotcha. So then I move. So I've essentially lost 2 spaces.
Yes.
This turn.
Exactly. Yes.
Got it. Okay.
And then the Warlord will get an extra amplify because you crossed a W threshold. But okay. So that's your turn. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And now it is my turn. I am going to do something that most people don't do, but I think it's fun. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 stops to Eldricken Arc. I'm going to sacrifice this piddly 2, this 2 card. And what I get for that is if I sacrifice an Earth card, I get plus 25 HP. So this goes down here to junk, and then I get 25 HP. And that is my turn. And move this down 1.
So, just as a point of clarification, if you go to the city and you choose the rest option and you move back to 8 or whatever, the Warlord still gets to keep the cards that you've incurred. And so you can by going back and forth across those W's multiple times, they may get a whole bunch of cards.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Though right now there's only like 6 cards in the stack that they could potentially get. That's probably not going to happen, but it's not they're not going to amass a ton of cards. Plus, you'll get to one of us is the Warlord's Acolyte. So you will keep all the cards that you have with you now in your hand as the Warlord also. So you also have that.
Gotcha.
I believe it is Arcsaint's turn now.
Oh, wait, can I move this quest card off?
Oh, sorry. This one's used.
I thought I took it into my hand. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We might be out of sync. I'm not sure. But
maybe. Do you still see a quest card on the board?
I just moved it off. It's it's down below there.
That's weird. There shouldn't be. I'm not seeing one there. You might want to refresh, Arcsaint.
How many cards do you, Francisco? How many cards do you see in my hand?
And let's see. Was that Andrew talking just now?
Yes.
3. I see 3.
Okay. Yeah. So
how do you refresh? Is it the browser? Or?
Yeah, just the browser.
Okay, so just right-click the tab and refresh. Yeah, just be careful connecting it. Okay.
So I have a question while he's refreshing.
Of course.
So each of these cities is coded to an element.
Yes.
Are there any bonuses or negatives from going after the elements that matches your character?
You know, that is honestly a level of complexity I did want to incorporate, but I could not figure out a way to make it clear and easy and straightforward. So
okay.
No, I try to bring that out in thematic ways. For instance, with, let's say you go to Headstone to attack it.
Right.
Each city has a buff and a debuff, essentially. A buff for the Jungle and a debuff for you. So for Headstone, fire, I'm thinking, okay, that's firepower. So it gets ×2 its attack strength. So where it will draw 2 cards for its arms. Wherever those are, it gets ×2 that, and that's its attack strength. And then a debuff for you is it's in a hot city, you're burning oil, so you take automatically -10 HP just for the privilege of attacking this city. Excuse me, this junk golem. So that's how I'm trying to bring about those those elemental attributes in a thematic way without having there being this like Pokemon style of fire versus water, all that. I would have loved to have figured that out, but it was becoming, there wasn't a straightforward way to do that in the systems I already had. So that's a great question.
Okay.
Though.
Yeah, I refreshed good. There are fire cards on the board, though. Are they supposed to be?
What? Let me refresh because I don't see those. Tabletopia! This is the most buggy I've ever had it, so that's interesting. I'm not sure what's going on there. Thank you guys for your patience, though. But go ahead and decide where you're going to move, Arcsine.
Yeah, the cards are in the way. That's why I wanted to move them.
Oh, gotcha.
It's the most buggy you've ever had it.
Here, I'm moving down just in case.
Okay, so I see a 4 and a 2. I don't think anyone had those. Maybe they're on the junk pile from. No,
are they the 4 and the 2 of what color?
Of fire.
How many cards are in my hand?
I see 2. No,
Well,
wait. I'm sorry. Andrew and Arcsine, sometimes I'm confusing your guys' voices for each other. Was that Andrew that was asking that?
Okay. That was Andrew, yes.
Okay. I see 1 card in your hand, Andrew, actually.
Yeah, so in my hand right now, that 2 and that 4 are in my hand.
That is
So I think
strange.
I've desynced again.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So give me a second.
Yeah. Oh my
I'll go ahead
word.
and move.
Okay.
Let me see. So I can move up to 5 spaces, so to speak. So, what? I'm going to take the ferry here. So that's what, 2 spaces. And then I think I'm going to attack this.
Oh, okay. So
golem here.
there is no golem at Seneschal. Seneschal essentially has 4 gates on it because every time we defeat a city or finish a quest, one of these goes off. So Seneschal is locked down. The king and queen were abducted. So the marshal of the city locked it down. No one comes in or out. The roads are closed. So we can't go through Seneschal. That's what this is representing. But we defeated 1 quest. So let me take 1 off. Headstone, though, right here, where I just moved you, is a city, which you can attack if that's where you'd like to go.
Would I be able to get to the top one up here?
No, you can't access the north parts of the map before either defeating Headstone or Swift.
Oh, for reals? Okay. So I'll attack this city here.
Okay, Headstone, awesome.
Or rather, attack the golem. That was
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm tired of you, city. The populace is like, yay, we're saved. No, I'm killing you. Ah, no. Okay, so you're attacking Headstone. So you'll take -10 to your HP for attacking it. And you won't get this back. HP and all the bonuses and the increments and decrements you get are constant. So after this battle, you don't get like that. You don't go back up to where you were. It's just sort of set. But you can always rest and get more HP back and whatnot. Okay, so did that. Let's see. We have so this guy has a speed of 5. He has 1 arm of 3 and 1 arm of 4. So he's not too bad. He'll be attacking at 14 because it's doubled his arm strength. And his life is 3, 8, 12. All right. You get to attack first, though, Arcsine. So you can do any of your actions. You can use an amplify first if you'd like. But yeah, what would you like to do?
Okay, I'm just gonna do a basic attack.
Basic attack. What are you attacking with again?
Do I choose a limb to attack with? How does
No,
that-
you declaring you're attacking with your arm strength or what have you.
Yeah, the attack strength, which would be 20.
20. Oh, I never had a chance. So you go ahead and you defeat him. You get to take the bonus for the winning Mageneer is you get +5 to your attack strength. So you can just add that right away.
How do you add that to? Oh, just go up.
Yeah, just scroll up or press spacebar on it and increment it that way.
Okay.
Okay. And now you get to loot the body. So how this works is you can pick one of these limbs to instantly change out with one of the limbs in your Juggernaut. If you don't want to do that, you can just take one of these into your hand as an amplify or potion. Amplify and potion.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that.
Do that? Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I should put this here instead.
Okay. So, a question thematically.
Yeah.
For role playing purposes, why do you lose 10 hit points when you go to attack a city?
So that's just the fire city of Headstone, and that's to sort of thematically, it's for like it's super hot, things are baking, you're taking damage. Like for traveling through, there's a road through this desert between the Galmany Junkyard and Headstone. All the little dudes there, if you zoom in, they have -2, which means you take a -2 HP just traveling this lava sands desert because your parts are melting off while you're walking it, so it's dangerous.
Okay.
So that's each of these cities, the Junk Golem does something different. That's just what happens at the Headstone city.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool.
So the Warlord will now get essentially what happens with when you loot the Junk Golem. You get to pick first dibs. The Warlord's going to pick wherever's the next highest card. So that'll go up in his loot pile. And then the last one is put in the junk pile. And now you have the option, Arcsaint, of either you could long rest, which means you get 10 HP and your movement track goes up, which this should have gone down to 3. You're at the 3 now because you moved. Your movement track would go up 3. Or you could search the city, which means you take this card into your hand, this one that's... do you see this one that's connected to Headstone?
Yes.
Okay. You would take that into your hand. If it's the Warlord's encampment and you're not the Warlord, you would say, "Hey guys, I found the Warlord's encampment," and then the Warlord would have to reveal themselves. If it's not the Warlord's encampment, then you don't have to. You just don't say anything. If you're the Warlord and it's the Warlord's encampment, also don't say anything. The only time you would say anything about the card you draw is if you aren't the Warlord and it's the encampment. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So I can search a city on this turn, or is that next turn?
You'd have to do it this turn. This is your only opportunity to search the city until all the other cities are freed. Otherwise, if you long rest, you can't then search it your next turn.
Okay, I can't search it the next turn?
Correct.
If I do a long rest?
Yeah,
I see.
you can only search it once all the other cities are free. The 3 other ones are free.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll search it. So.
Okay. So go ahead and press T on this card to take it into your hand.
Okay. It is not the encampment. What is this?
Well, you don't have to say what it is. As long as it's not the encampment, you don't have to say anything about it.
Does Arc level up?
Excuse me. So sorry, guys. What was that, Arcsaint?
This is Andrew.
I'm sorry, Andrew.
Since Arc beat one of the golems, does he level up?
Yes, I think for his specialization, he does level up. So yeah, so Arcsaint, this would move down. So now you can attack with your legs or your speed in addition to your arms.
Oh, okay.
So that's your specialization advantage. All right. So that's that. Now it is Christina's turn. Hey, Flux. How are you doing? Well, let's see. What have you missed? So far, we've freed one city. We've helped parents get their child healed at the Bronze Owl. That's it so far. Oh, and I've sacrificed a limb to the Raybite deity to get 25 health.
Is that that arc in the blue area? That's the only location where you can do that?
Yes, the Elderkin arc, yes.
Okay. Chris, I think you're on mute.
Haha, I was still on mute. Yes.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Sorry.
No
I
worries.
was like trying to talk. I'm like, why is nobody hearing me? Okay. So this means I cannot pass this route, right?
Maybe I probably need a better symbology for that. That only means that you can't get this quest again. This quest has been used. If you want to go on a quest, you have to go to the other ones. Yeah.
So I can go here.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can.
so-
Yes.
Because I'm like, everyone's going in different directions. I don't want to go to the place everyone else did. All right. And then I apologize because I was like trying to feed children.
No problem.
Which is the city that we can't free yet?
So this city, Swift, is still not free. So you could come over here and free Swift. Let me actually flip this one over. So yeah, Swift is not free. Port Powers isn't free, and Raised Touch isn't free. I think the only one you could probably get to in 5 stops though is Swift.
Okay. Sorry, I'm having trouble seeing the all the stops.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, so we are here. So one.
Exactly, Flux. Free and cities and sacrificing limbs. Just everyday things. That's what you do.
3. So moving for a sec. Wait, I can move up to 5, right?
Yes, but you can't move through Seneschal yet. So that's blocked.
Seneschal is the one. Okay.
Yeah.
So I could get here.
Yes, absolutely.
And okay, cool. Then yeah, let's do it.
Okay, awesome. So
Sorry, I'll move your thing.
no worries. The sort of thing with the Windsay Golem is that his speed will be ×2, whatever it normally would be for his legs.
Okay.
And you can't use any of your amplify effect cards in your hand. So any cards in your hand, you can't use an amplify effect. You could still use them as potions, but you can't use them for amplify effects. So let's see what this guy will end up being.
Actually, that's something I should have probably asked when we were back in the cave, because we were doing that intro thing and we had the counter spells for we had the dispel potion.
Mm-hmm. So
did that mean that the dispels didn't, like, should I have said, oh wait, that doesn't work for me, or because I have my power up?
Oh, so yeah, I get how that's a bit confusing. So with the dispels, they're always I'm trying to think of how to backtrack. So when you're attacked, or let's use this guy as an example. Let me go ahead and put his cards out. Oh geez, he's fast.
Okay then.
Oh my word.
It's nice knowing you guys.
So, yeah, this person has a speed of 20 and an attack of 10. Wowza.
Oh, good grief.
So that's a life of 20. You can, so here's something to keep in mind, Christina. You can ask for help with this. If someone else destroys this junk golem, they will get to loot it. You'll still get to choose whether to search the city or not, but they'll get to loot the body. You won't necessarily get
That's
that.
fine, but I'm staring down the barrel of impending death right now. So
but let me.
I think I'm going to ask for help.
Let me explain the potion things first before we get there. But yeah, that's totally fine. So essentially, what's going to happen is let's say you're like, you know what, I'm going to go guns ablazing. I don't care. And you attack this guy for 8. Okay. He's going to take that damage. He doesn't have any potions. Typically these junk golems don't get potions unless they typically don't get potions. So you attack for 8. It does 8 damage. Then he counterattacks you for 2 because his lowest power arm is a 2. So he'd counterattack you for that. That is the damage you wouldn't get because of your specialization. You wouldn't take that 2 damage. Let's say you destroyed that 2 limb and now he's counterattacking you with an 8. Then you would also not take that. And I accidentally just moved all these. Darn it. Okay, so let me put these all back where they should be. I think it was here, 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 and here. And you actually move, so I'm going to move you down there. Okay.
I was 2 ahead.
You were 2
because I had the double move.
Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you, Andrew. All right, so that's what that would happen. Now let's say it becomes this guy's turn. He attacks you. Let's say he attacks you for 10 damage, and you can do a couple things. Actually, yeah, you can do a couple things. You could take the damage. You could just take that 8 damage, and it deducts from your HP. Or you can use a potion in your hand. So you have 2 cards in your hand, right, Christina?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
On the right side of those cards, you should see either 1, 2, or 3 potions for the iconography. So you could play a potion, and that would dispel their attack. So then you wouldn't take any damage. There is another.
Okay, so I do have potions. You
do have potions, exactly. You're also able to get potions through die rolls and stuff. That's what the little chits are for. But yeah, there's a little bit more complexity to it. To that, there's critical hits and absorbing damage. If you guys want to read that, it's on your Mageneer card in the middle section. For now, though, I'm just gonna let's see if anyone wants to help Christina. You have to be within. Let's see, everyone except Andrew. It doesn't look like you could get over there because you'd have to still move. You can only move your limited number of stops. So 2 stops away. I don't think you could get there. I could get there for sure. Arc Saint, where are you?
He's over on the other side of the map. He and I are both.
I don't think you could get over there. So I'm the only one who could help you. So you know what, Christina? I think you got this. I don't know. I'll come help. So that will move me down 1. So now I'm at the 2 section. So I just crossed there. The Warlord will get a extra card. Excuse me. I'm sorry about my lingering cold stuff, guys. I know it's not fun sounds to listen to.
Fine.
All right. So they get 1 more card. All right. So we're here now. Now that I'm here. I'm sorry, Christina. So I will move in to help, but you still have to do one turn back and forth with him. So cool. You get to go first. You can't use an amplify, so you can attack. You can also use your Seize Bounty if you would like. If you don't understand how that works, I get it. Some people are thrown by it, but if you want an explainer, let me know. Otherwise,
no, let's do it. Playtesting is all about finding the mechanics and seeing how they work. So yes, let's do that.
You want to do Seize Bounty? Okay, so in that case,
I am that playtester that will jump into things even if I may not be ready, because it's not about winning; it's about looking at the rules of the game. I apologize.
Absolutely. Yes.
You can put the TV back on for her, buddy. I apologize for the Miss Rachel that's about to play in the background.
No problem. All right. So Seize Bounty is you roll 1 die. Well, let me ask you, what do you understand about Seize Bounty? Because I'm curious if it comes across or not.
So roll 1 die for all water limbs in play. So I would have 2 water limbs.
Okay. So
I have 2 water limbs, so I would roll 2 dice and take 2 results for yourself. So I both of those.
Almost. So it's actually all in play. So right now there's between every player, there's 4 water limbs in play.
Oh, all in play for all players.
Mm-hmm. So maybe I should have it say that for all players.
Yes. Yeah, that would be a much clearer. Yes, for all players. So I would count up. All right. So sorry, I am going to look at this. Now
Yeah.
I'm going to do it myself. All right. So 2 for me, 3, 4. All right. So I would roll 4 dice, keep 2.
Mhm.
Correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. So me rolling dice. That's
And
good.
you can shift select to select multiple things, and then you would press
Yeah.
R to roll.
Fantastic.
Nope, not that. Peter.
All right. So
All right. So yeah, not that one. So I will keep my 2 6s, right?
your 2 6s. Okay. Yeah. So
Well, I mean, okay, wait. When I rolled, hey, I should probably look at that, at the thing, because I rolled dice, right? Okay, so
the little robot guy is HP.
oh, okay, all right. So robot guy's HP. So I would get 4. I would get 4 HP.
Uh huh.
Am I reading that right?
Yep.
All right, now 2 HP. Then what's the 6?
A potion. You'd get an extra potion.
I get an extra potion, and then the 5 is plus 5 of strength.
Attack strength. Yes.
Attack. Oh well. I might need. Did I roll a 5?
No, you didn't.
Of course, I didn't roll a 5. That's sad. Oh darn it. Okay. All right. I'm gonna elect to get a potion and a plus 4
Okay.
to my health.
Perfect. So yeah, just
So I can take the hit that I know is coming.
perfect. So yeah, increase your HP by 4. And here is a potion for you. I put on your Imagineer card.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mhm.
Come on. Nope. We're going to work this time.
Mhm.
You're going to behave, computer. Thank you. There we go.
Perfect. All right. So that was your action. You didn't do any damage to him, so he's not going to counterattack. But now it is going to be its turn to attack. And it will attack you for 10 damage.
Okay.
I suggest, because his speed is so high, if you were to take the damage, it would destroy your weakest limb, which would be your 3. So I suggest dispelling, but I'll let you decide what you want to do.
No, I can dispel with a potion.
Uh-huh.
Potion.
Perfect. And that track goes up. It has no potions, so it can't overpower that. But when you use a potion to dispel, you forfeit the ability to counterattack. It's like all your energy is going into using that potion to dispel.
Yeah.
So no counterattack, and no damage to you. So now it's going. Now I'm able to get into the fray. So it's, let's see. My speed is now speed sort of determines player order. 16 and you have 14. So I'm going to go first in attacking. So I'll take the attack chip. And I am going to, maybe I'll do, no, I think we'll just kill him faster this way. I am going to just attack with my standard attack of a 16. So that attacks him for 16. Minus 16. He's down to 4. My speed is lower than his, so he can't. Dang it. Okay, never mind. He wouldn't do that. Give him that 16 back, Francisco. So here's why we don't damage him, or at least I don't. Because his speed is higher than mine. He has 20 speed because of this bonus, and my speed is only 16. He can actually, and this applies to any of us, if you're the defender and your speed is higher than the attacker, you can position yourself in just the right way to take all that damage and absorb it into your strongest limb. It's like you're using your strongest limb as a de facto shield. And so it ends up disabling your strongest limb if you absorb damage that way. So the game would choose to do that as opposed to taking damage. So it disables its strongest limb. So it has a speed of 0 though. Its speed goes from 20 all the way to 0 in that one move. So that's awesome. But it still has the same amount of damage, and he counterattacks me for 2 damage. So I take that 2 hit. Now, Christina, now you're in a much better position to do some damage to it.
Yes, thank you for softening him up for me.
Of course.
Okay, so now I am going to attack.
Uh-huh. So that's with your
sorry.
8
My
attack
8.
strength? Okay. All right.
Yep, my glorious 8 attack strength.
Attack strength. And your speed is higher, so you're actually going to get a critical hit
Yay!
on it, which will take its lowest limb gets destroyed. So its 2 is destroyed.
Like it's totally destroyed.
It's totally destroyed, yeah. Unfortunately, that leaves him a counterattack of 8, but does it hurt you?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. That's right. So
I pull a Bruce Lee on it.
so now
I like water.
It's exactly. Now it's the junk golem's turn again. And it will choose to attack the person with the weakest, with the lowest health, which is you. So it's going to attack you, but its speed is 0. So your speed is still 14. You're the defender. You have higher speed. Do you remember what that allows you to do that we just went through with?
So I can choose to disable my strongest limb.
Exactly. And then you'd absorb all the damage.
How much damage can it do to me?
It's doing 8 damage to you. And disables will come off after the battle, so they're not permanent.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was going to be my question. So how bad is the disabling business? It's not terrible. Okay, so so we're gonna disable my leg, my 8.
Okay, so right there. Of course, it's hid. Jeez, silly thing. Okay, so that's disabled. You still get to counterattack. So you counterattack with your smallest limb. That's the 3. So so it goes down to 3 by 3. Excuse me. All right, now it's back to. Good job. Now it's back to me. I'm going to attack him for 16 again, and he has no way of defending that. So he explodes. Awesome. Okay. So now with that.
So question.
Yes.
So you can loot the proverbial corpse here, but you can't take that limb destroyed, can you?
Yeah, I can. That's
destroyed.
That's just destroyed in terms of it. He can't use it anymore.
It is off his body.
Yeah,
okay.
It's off his body. He can't use it. He can't re-enable it somehow. That's how that works.
It got unplugged. Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna loot the body now and decide what to take. Because I destroyed the junk golem. Oh, but before that, we both get rewarded. All attacking Mageneers for this one. This is an all attacking Mageneers one. We all get to draw an amplify card. So you can draw a card right there, and then I'll draw this one.
Thank you,
and all right. So now I have to decide whether I want to replace one of my limbs. I don't. Well, you know what? Dang it! I can't really. Okay, I'm going to actually take this 8 into my hand. No, I'm going to take this 10 into my hand. I'm just going to do that. All right. And then the Warlord's going to get this 8. And then this is going to go into the junk pile. And Andrew, can you remind me, this 4 and 2 that I'm seeing on my screen, those are actually your cards, right? 4 fire and 2 fire.
Flint and Emberhammer.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know why I see them, but okay.
Yeah.
So weird. Okay, so Christina, you still get to elect whether you want to search the city or not. Or if you
I'll
want
search the city.
Okay, so you're going to take this card into your hand. Again, if its thing can't
That card.
Yeah, that card, exactly.
Okay.
Take that
I'm
into your
making sure I
hand.
didn't do what I did last time.
Yeah.
Fire vehicles to put out
So
fires, and they
if
also
it's an
have
encampment and you're not the warlord, that's the only time you would actually share what it is.
and they're the people, so if
Otherwise,
Okay.
someone
you
ever
just
calls
don't say
911
anything.
And they need an ambulance
Okay.
to come to your house, they come from a
All right.
fire station.
Okay.
So you're all done. Now it's back to, and then I'm going to take this. Now it's back to Andrew.
Okay.
Your turn again.
So my speed right now is 2.
Yeah.
So it looks to me like I can get to Headstone.
No, you can
That's-
you can only really get to the quest.
That banana.
Okay.
Yeah. Which you don't
So then
have
I
to
guess-
do, but you can do it if you want. And that might insta move you somewhere else.
So first off,
Mhm.
I take 2 damage from.
You do. Good job seeing that. Yep, exactly.
Okay. You know what? Let's go nuts. Let's take that quest.
Okay. Go for it. So same as before. Oh no. Here, take that one.
All right.
Yep. Ah! Why is it doing that? All right, there you go.
Now he'd have to look.
Okay.
Have to look at the other side.
Haunted Lighthouse. After you and your troop prepared camp
I like the shark.
for the night, they begin telling ghost stories to one another. Though normally uninterested, one catches your ear. Even though the Water Fox priest returned the gold, the ghosts still exacted vengeance, and Swift Lighthouse remains haunted to this day. After inquiring more, you resolve to
Anonymous. Moose, Daddy. It's
1.
Anonymous.
Pour out junk D6 times
Wearing a trench coat.
potions
Mhm.
as a peace offering to the Water Fox spirit at Swift Lighthouse. The ghosts are set free and promise to help you. Take this card. Sleep, but nightmares cause -1 HP.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
trying to
so-
listen right now, but thank you though.
So here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I roll, let's say crazy, a 6
Mm-hmm.
on the D6?
Yeah.
Do I just discard all of my cards at that point?
You could then choose, if you didn't want to, you could just choose the B option. You're not committed to the A option until you decide I'm going to go with the A option. You can still see what you would roll and all that. So you don't.
Okay, because
You're not
that's
locked
the thing
in.
is like, that's the thing is like, if I roll a 1 or a 2,
Mhm.
I'm pretty comfortable.
Yeah, of course.
If I roll above that,
Yeah.
I'm probably just going to take the 1 HP.
Yeah, exactly. And you can elect to do
Okay.
that. Yeah.
All right, so to roll a die, I grab 1 die,
Mm-hmm.
and how do I roll it?
R to roll.
Oh my goodness.
So
3.
3 potions.
I think I am going to. I'm just going to sleep.
Okay. Going to sleep. Then this is discarded. And you take -1 HP.
Yep.
And because you didn't, let's see, this moves down 1 track, but you didn't move again. So you don't
Right.
move anymore. Yep. And you just stay there. Awesome. All right. It is now my turn, I believe. I am going to, since I'm hearing this say, I'm going to long rest and go up 1, 2, 3, and take 10 HP for that.
So you can long rest in any free city, whether or not you chose to. You looted it or
Correct.
you defeated it.
Yes.
Okay.
Even if it's not searched, you can still rest there. You just can't search a city that's not unsearched if there are still enslaved cities. But you can still rest there, and you can still do the other option of moving limbs around, and that is something I'm going to do. So at cities, you can optionally use a card in your hand to become a new limb. If a limb is replaced, it's now an amplify. So I am going to replace my leg my leg limb of an 8 with a 10. So what happens there with that, if I can get this on right, is my overall speed goes up by 2 because I exchanged an 8 for a 10. But
Okay.
whenever you add a limb or exchange out a limb, you get the whole limb's power as HP. Because the way I'm thinking about it is you're absorbing damage throughout, but maybe you happen to absorb most of that damage into that one limb. It just wasn't destroyed. So that damage goes away, and you're putting it installing a new limb that has no damage. So you just get all of that back as HP. So 10 more HP for me, and I'm done. So now it is Arcsaint's turn.
Okay, well, since I'm at a free city, I'm also going to rest.
Okay. Sounds good.
10 hit points, right?
Uh-huh. And I'm going to move your little track dealio back 3 spots. Well, 2 spots, but that's the max you could do.
Okay.
Awesome. Anything else you want to do, or are you done?
Oh, sorry. What was the options? Other than...
So if you want, the cards in your hand, at a city, you can switch out a limb with one of the cards in your hand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Did I move past another W on this last move?
No, you just moved to this W, yeah.
Oh, just to the W.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will move past it the next move, but...
Yeah.
So during a fight, you can sacrifice one of the cards in your hand as a potion, is that correct?
Correct, yes. Potion or use it as an amplifier, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Christina, your turn.
All right.
Look at size.
All right, I'm moving your counter so I can see the road. That's all. Thank you. So how many I can move 4 this time?
No, you can move 3, it looks like.
I can move 3, okay.
Yes.
1, 2.
What happened? Blondefoot is planning a wedding, and she's going to be moving to
I'm
Oregon.
gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Fiance lives in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, let's do that. That
Okay.
sounds good.
All right.
It's
Were you
all right.
going to do the quest that was there?
And I apologize. I'm kind of unfortunately zooming a little bit because I have a phone call somewhere between gonna hit, but yeah, I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Yeah, we're only scheduled to go for about 30 more minutes, so we can definitely
Okay, cool.
if you guys want
Perfect.
to keep going, we can. If you guys want me to stop, then that's fine too. Totally get it. So I'll leave it up
All
to
right.
you guys.
Sounds good. Mm-hmm. All right, so I have moved 3. I don't know what that gets me.
That is at a quest.
Oh yay! I get a quest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, where's the quest?
So yeah, there, you can have
Not
that
my
one right.
hand. Quest. Sorry. It kept trying to make me select cards from. That's not what I wanted. Okay. All right. Let's see. Father's fight. You investigate rumbling. You surmise from the villagers' clamor that a cultist took Buddy, quote unquote, to be sacrificed. Elder and Zave.
Sure.
Zave,
Sure.
whatever,
Yeah.
Xave, Zave, went to rescue him a week ago. They offer 2 potions to rescue them and by the Ark. Unsure of their tale or even if Buddy is a boy or beast, let alone Zave, you go to Ellerkin and choose one. Defeat the occultist, rescue Zave and Buddy, draw a card, reduce HP by card's power, take that card and this one, and then stay out. Grants Warlord 1 sacrifice after reveal. Fun.
So the sacrifice that the warlord would get would essentially be they could sacrifice one of their limbs to get whatever the bonus would be from Eldritch and Arc, whether that's plus 25 HP, plus 10 attack strength. It depends on what they would sacrifice, but they'd get to choose that and get an automatic sacrifice.
Fun. Okay. I mean, I guess I'll do A.
Okay.
Sure, let's do it.
All right.
That seems to be the more interesting thing to do.
Sure. So go ahead.
At this moment.
So flip this card over and see how much damage. How strong were these occultists? Oh, not that strong. Okay.
Not
So
that strong.
You
Hooray!
take
All right.
three damage.
3. Okay. All right. Come on.
I know you unloaded the dishwasher.
Mm.
For doing that.
Awesome.
You can let him know when he's done.
Boom.
That-
He started at 7, so he's gonna go at least until
Great.
10 o'clock,
Cool.
so.
So I take that card.
Mhm.
You said he had 30 more minutes.
Yes.
Wait, where'd the card go?
Is it? I don't know. The quest
that
card?
it?
It's okay.
I thought it was in your hand.
The card that we flipped.
I
The
put.
quest card's in my hand.
Oh, I put
The
right
card
here.
that we flipped because it said take that card.
Oh, I'm
and-
sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry. Take that card. So sorry.
It's all good.
No, you don't get the
Totally
card. I want the card. So sorry about that.
Awesome. And then do I keep the quest card?
Yep, you do. Because
Sweet.
you could use that as an amplify or potions also.
Love it. Love it.
You finished it?
No, it's a January sale. And
Oh, cool.
it's 67% off.
Okay,
Let's
thank you.
do it later. Anything that you're looking at.
All right.
later.
So now, so
Trying to finish.
you're done, Christina?
Dad's trying to finish that.
I am done.
Okay. Now it's back to Andrew's turn.
All right. I think I'm just going to move to the city
Mhm.
and rest.
Okay, sounds good.
So
He's
gain
going to
10
take a
HP.
nap.
10 HP. And move your little token on the move track back 3.
All right. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Alrighty. And now it is my turn again. Oh, what do I do? We're still down here. Let's see. I'm just computing some in my head, guys. Okay. I am going to use another. I'm going to stay. Oh, wait. Can I stay in the city? No, I have to move. Dang it. Okay. If you are at the 8th spot, you can't just hover in a city and just rest and recharge forever. You have to move. So you can't stay in the city if you're at 8, which I'm at. Let's see. And you did one more quest. So now Seneschal is open. We can move through Seneschal now. I am going to go and let's see. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to do this? 5. Yeah. I'm going to attack Raise Hutch. Okay, so Raise Hutch comes out here. Oh wait. Ah, dang it. How do I do this? Okay, so it has a speed of 2, but there's no more cards in the pile. So Warlord, we're just gonna pilfer from you right now. So you have a attack strength of 4 plus an attack strength of 8. Jeez Louise. All right. And then, so this guy, Raise Hutch, he has double his life. That's his sort of buff that he gets. And I have to disable one of my arms. And I only have one arm. Dang it. This wasn't wise on my part. Okay. All right. That's fine. I'll figure it out. All right. And so you have, let's see, that's 10, 14, so 28 life. And I'm going to attack first. My first attack is because I specialized, I can enable or disable any one limb. So I am going to do this. I'm going to disable his 8. Bwah ha ha.
I never would have foreseen that coming.
And now he's going to attack. Now I can't do anything else. He can't counterattack. His turn. He's going to attack with 4. I am going to take the damage. I can't counterattack because my arm is disabled. Now it's back to me. I'm going to disable his other arm. Bwahaha. He is essentially dead in the water. He can't do anything. So now it's his turn to attack. He can't do anything. I am going to now use that same action to re-enable my arm. And now it's back to him. He still can't do anything. Back to me. And I'm going to do 14 damage. And I'm going to make it a little more interesting. I'm going to actually double up my damage. I'm amplifying Earth. So if you have an Earth limb, you get to roll dice for the number of limbs you have. So I'm rolling 2. Oh, really? That's what you give me? Fine.
All right, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I rolled my 2 limbs.
Mm-hmm.
How am I reading this chart on the side?
So it's the left to right. So the 5 will give you +5 to your attack strength, and the 2 will give you +2 to your HP. The little robot guys are HP.
Okay. So, and I pick one, or do I do both?
You pick one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like that 5 plenty. So So I get to just go to my attack strength and just +5.
Exactly.
I'll take it.
Okay. And did you get yours, Arcsant?
Yeah, I got the 2, so the attack strength, right?
So 2 HP.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's hit points. I'm sorry.
But thank you.
All right. So now, okay. So we rolled. Now the amplify effect takes place. I get ×2 to my attack strength, which is right now it's 16. So a 32 damage is what I do to him. Bwah ha ha, he is dead. Exploded. All right. I'm sorry I keep moving your guy here in this battle, Arcsant. I'm going to go ahead and take this 8 as my loot.
Whoa.
Put this right here. Oh my goodness.
What's this wooden box?
All right, there we go. And I get +8 to HP and +8 to attack strength. I'm going to double check. Let's see. 9 + 8 is 17 over 18. Yep, so I'm still good there. And now I am going to search the city. All right. Is now, whose turn is it? And I move down 1 for that. It is now Arcsant's turn.
Okay, yeah, another question for role-playing purposes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I need to distribute these. This goes here. This goes into the junk pile. And this goes in the junk pile. Okay, go ahead, Arcsant.
Yeah, for role-playing purposes, how does your character way up there when he amplifies affect me when I'm, really far down?
So essentially all the magic is tied together in Galmony. So I don't know if you want to think about ley lines or things like that, but essentially if an amplify effect happens, it sort of traverses the magic web throughout the whole kingdom. That's how I'm thinking about it thematically.
Okay, cool. Can I get there's still a card on the...
Oh, that, yeah, and I get that. Oh, and I get +5 for defeating that guy, so Thank you for saying something. Okay, +5. All right, and this goes away. All right.
Okay, so I can move 8. So that
Yes.
should get me all the way to the top right city.
Yep, for poor powers. Yep.
So in this game, in the
And
very
I'm
first,
going to
in the
attack
first
the
game, yes, it's
golem
Donkey
there.
Kong
Okay.
and Diddy Kong.
All right.
And his
So
bananas
with poor powers, the buff for this guy is he gets to attack you first. So be aware of that. But let's see, we have a 2 speed. Also, you have to disable a leg.
It's on a big boat.
2 speed, 2 arm. And we're going to borrow it once more from this guy. Let me shuffle this.
And then in the second one,
All right, and a
instead of
6.
One on the Super Nintendo.
All right, so he is attacking you
the weird
to
guy,
start. Did you
the
disable
weird
leg,
front
Arcsant?
guy, he steals Donkey Kong's
To
bananas
block,
and tries to get it
no.
back.
So he attacks for 8 damage?
They get it back.
So the immediate debuff you get from this guy is you disable a leg. So
Oh, I see. I would choose the 7.
the 7? Okay. Nah, do the 10. Come on. Put this on hard mode. Okay, so it gets to attack you first. Oh, and what's the... So it's a 2 plus 2. So 10. So it's not very strong. But it attacks you first for 8 damage. You
Okay.
still have higher speed than it. So you can absorb that into your 10 if you like. Or you could just take the damage or
Where is
however you want to deal with it.
Donkey Kong?
Can I use a potion to absorb? Or
You can. Yeah, then you just won't be able to counterattack. But yes, you can do that.
so there's a card for that.
All right, card for the potion. So let me redo this. That goes up. It doesn't have a potion to counterattack. Oh, it doesn't have a potion to counterattack. So, so that damage is dispelled. And now it is, if I could get the attack token, now it is your turn, Arcsant.
Okay, I'm going to just do a basic attack.
All right.
For 25.
25. All right, you have destroyed it. Good job. All right, so now do you want to loot any of these?
I
Or-
will search the city. I
Well,
won't loot anything.
Well, you have to loot something. So you could take something into
Oh,
your
that's right.
hand.
Yes, to leave.
There we go.
Okay. And then that's going to go there. This is going to go down here. You get +5 to your speed for winning this city.
Oh, nice.
All right. And yeah, search and say you just take that into your hand. And you'll only say something if you're not the warlord and it's the warlord's encampment, which will be a card that looks like nothing else.
This is the Warlord's Encampment. It
Whoa!
definitely looks like some sci-fi freaky stuff. Yeah.
All right.
I was worried there for a minute that we were gonna have another. Never gonna know.
Hey, Space Hawk. Potion of counterattack. Yeah, use the boost to get through. I'm glad you like Space Hawk. So yeah, go
So
ahead.
do I put that there? Or-
I'll get it, but yeah, it goes up here.
Okay.
All right. So whoever is the warlord will get an insta transport. Like the warlord will open up a portal and draw you in to help them. So who is the warlord? Christina, you're the warlord?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and we're going to start
You are
moving.
my sister.
What? So we're going to start moving all your pieces up here.
In my family, once we're playing games, that doesn't matter. Blood means nothing.
Wow.
But you have
Well,
the high ground now. So.
technically in this game,
Yes, I do.
we all play as siblings. We're all siblings in this game. So sort of like Narnia and Edmund was drawn away. So it's
Hey.
kind of like that.
Throwback to whoever at the beginning was like, "Oh, bloodbending." It's a person. Hey, you were right.
Exactly.
Can I turn on F7?
So I'm just moving all these up here. Okay, so Christina,
Yep, yep.
you get to. I feel like there should be one more like shit or something for life that I'm not seeing. Are you seeing your life at the top on the warlord's on your torso?
I am not. It totally disappeared. Yeah, it's
Okay.
nowhere. It just went away.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh just to see if I can find it again.
I don't see it on my screen.
I shall also refresh for the
Okay.
sake of
Yeah, I
sake.
don't see it
Yeah.
either.
They use very bad language, so that's why you're not going to listen to him. He's a very good player for a little while. See, he's very entertaining, but sometimes he uses language that's not appropriate.
Not appropriate.
Not appropriate.
YouTube, the fun balance.
And
Can I
Mhm.
watch this
recognizes
YouTuber?
He uses
No.
bad language. I mean, it's not the worst language I've ever heard, but it's not something that I would want children to hear. So. when I listen to his
Alrighty.
podcast,
Let's
Nope,
see
still
here.
not there
make
on
sure
my.
that he's muted and no one can hear
It
him.
is
Yeah,
nowhere.
I'm
It
not
disappeared.
Can you
seeing it
copy a piece and make
either.
another one?
No, I can't. Not while we're playing. But I can
It
use.
was at 23.
I can use the. It was 23.
It was 23.
Okay. So we'll just use this as a holdover for that.
A thing. Yep.
All right. So we got that. Go ahead and take these cards here, Christina. Because of how we ran out of cards, this should be technically a little different, but because of how we ran out, go ahead and take all these cards into your hand. That are right here next to the warlords. Yeah.
I have no idea where my progress
Yeah, I'm trying. It's being a
Yeah, no
uphill.
worries.
There we go. Got it.
Go ahead and put out the warlord, please.
Yeah.
Crap, we're not going to be able to counterattack damage you at all. Oh, gosh. Gosh.
Hey, I am the weakest link, so Sorry.
That's fine. No, this should be interesting. Well, we only have
Sorry,
2
not
minutes.
sorry.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Christine, because we essentially went through all the cities, you get your maximum build of 1 extra leg and 2 extra arms. So you can just pick that from your hand.
Oh, nice. Okay. One moment. Oh God! Oh my God! I found the counter.
Oh,
Somehow it ended up in my hand,
that's funny.
and it didn't populate until I started looking at the card. Hooray! Okay, so 1 extra limb, or wait, how many
So
limbs am
1
I
extra
picking?
leg and 2 extra arms. So you can put the
Oh,
leg
nice.
sort of in the middle of the other 2. Oh, there's a card under there.
That one.
Hold on.
Oh, what?
Apparently that
Just
card
happened.
should go in your hand also. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, there you go.
It's not letting me take it.
What? What is
It's
it?
not letting me take it.
I'm going to see if I can take it. Oh, okay. I took it. Now try taking it.
Where did this house
Alright.
on accident?
Nope.
What the junk?
I have definitely said more bad words than you're
I can see it from here. It's fine. I can. All right. So I picked the leg.
Okay.
I picked the leg.
Uh-huh.
It's what we do afterwards.
There.
recognizing that we
All right.
resolved to not do
And
it again.
now let's look at.
So now your speed goes up by 10. I'm going to adjust the numbers as you're doing this just to speed things up.
Yeah. Mm,
Do you want this 5 as one of your arms?
well, no, I'm gonna have the 9
A 9, okay.
Which is
and the
another podcast that I listen to.
8.
Okay, so you can't do the 8 because then your strength will be greater than your legs.
Oh shoot. Okay. Wait. What is it? What is the strength of my legs?
So right now it's 24.
Oh, okay. So I would need. Hang on.
You can do a max of 6.
All right. Max of 6. All right. Let's find out. Fine. We'll use this one.
All right.
I shall represent all of the nations.
All right, good. So
I'm sorry. I haven't been from grade
you have what?
because the trailer came out. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, okay. All right,
Add
and
that.
so
Yes.
you added, let's see, that's 14 more.
Which, by the way, if you have not seen that trailer, you need to.
And then, let's see, then overall that's 24 more life. All right, so you are fit to go. Why is this 10 there? Stop it. Okay, so some things to be mindful of with the Warlord for all of us, as we're all of us. The Warlord can do 2 actions. You do an action for the Warlord and an action for Riviera on your turn, Christina.
Okay.
For the Warlord, your actions are these. You can do Barrage, which you attack all enemies that are where you're at with your attack strength. Vampiric Clutch, you pick one enemy, like everyone else. You attack one person. Whatever damage you inflict, whether it's deducts from the HP or it's absorbed, will be returned. Half of that's returned back to you as HP. If they dispel it, then you don't get any HP. But if they take the damage or it's absorbed, you get HP back. And then there's something called Sacrifice Acolyte, this is good for all of us to know now. When any of us drop to 0 life, you have one opportunity every game to do something called Cling to Life, which is you'll draw a card, I'll draw a card, like a high card from the deck, which all of a sudden there seems to be a lot of cards down here. I'm not sure where they came from, but cool.
My lower right arm disappeared.
What?
It disappeared. My journal arm disappeared. It's gone.
Oh, because it's down here all of a sudden. What the junk is happening?
Yeah, no.
It was this 5, right?
Set of letters.
Okay.
Bad set of words.
Wow. And I'm okay, I'm going to refresh because I'm seeing 2 of the same. Now they're not 2 of the same card. Would you stop it? What is happening? Oh my word. Everything's broken. Okay, let me put all these back in here. Okay, back to Cling to Life, which is what I was trying to say.
The card from my hand now? That's so weird.
You lost a card from your hand just now?
You lose the first.
Let me refresh.
Okay.
If you die if you fall in a
Tabletopia is like, this is 5 minutes. We're
Yeah,
gonna start,
exactly.
Time to go.
So the Cling to Life is you draw a high card. Whoever's opposing you draws a card, and whoever gets a high card wins that. If you're trying to cling to life and you get the high card, you get to stay in the game for one more turn with like 1 HP essentially. I mean, you could stay in as long as until you die again, but it's typically going to be one more turn at 1 HP. With the Warlord, if that happens, you can sacrifice your Acolyte and go back up to your maximum HP, which is all your limbs added together. So it's like a second round or a second phase for the boss battle. So that's what the Warlord can do.
I refreshed and my jungle limb is gone again.
That's weird because I still see it.
All right, I'm gonna refresh one more time.
I'll refresh also.
I still see it.
Oh, you do? Okay. But we are at 10 o'clock. Hey, Rosie. We are at 10 o'clock now, pretty much, more or less.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
You said you need to go, Christina?
I have a phone call that could happen anywhere between now and 2 o'clock.
Okay. All right. Then do you guys want to keep playing this out as long as we can, or do you want to go ahead and stop? Don't feel like you're going to hurt my feelings if you want to stop. If you want to keep playing, that's totally fine. But we'll just vote. Say stay or leave. Arc Saint.
We're at the boss fight. I'm cool with staying.
Okay. Christina.
I'm cool with staying until my phone rings.
Okay. Andrew.
I'll stay too.
Okay. I'm going to leave. So have fun, guys.
Darn.
Just kidding. Okay. So now
okay,
it's gone.
We'll figure it out on our own.
Yeah. We know the rules.
Now I'm not seeing that 5, but Christina, do you see this fire 5?
I see that.
Can we just go with that for now?
Let's do that. Let's just do that. That's fine.
All right. And let's see.
That was the random card that it wouldn't let me pick up before. So
okay. All right. So strange. All right. So here's what we're going to do now. Where are you, Christina? Arcsaint, you're the one who found the warlord, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that auto. Oh, I don't know where your game piece. Oh, it's up there. Okay. So you're up here now, Christina. So Arcsaint, you have
Sorry,
to.
you said he magical portaled me up. So.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yes, but your game piece should be down here. But I could totally see that.
Okay, cool.
All right, Arcsaint, you get to start. We will move in to help as soon as we can. I will probably be able to get there next turn. It may be a bit longer for Andrew, but we'll get there as soon as we can. But you have to start off this fight first.
Are
So
you ever gonna be done?
they all said they would like to keep going. So I was gonna try to stay. I will try to keep it to a half more hour.
'Cause I will kill you if not.
If Ashley needs you, then we can go. I
Do you need me though?
I get
Do you
this.
need me to be done?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Being possessive.
All right. So Arcsaint, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm fighting both Warlord and Christina. Is that correct?
Yeah, so the warlord and her acolyte, which is Riviera, yes.
Okay. So do I choose which one to attack?
No, you're just attacking their juggernaut, essentially.
Oh, they like Megazorded?
Exactly,
We did
yes.
Megazord. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But you
So,
still
dude,
have
he's got like
Ruh-roh.
9 limbs or something. Or?
7 limbs.
7.
Wow. Okay. And I'm alone right now, right?
You're alone right now, yes.
Yes, you are.
Woo. Okay.
Oh, and you shouldn't have this disabled limb anymore, because that should come off.
Oh, that helps. Okay. So one of my special abilities is I can use the speed to attack instead of the strength. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. That's only 1 more point, but I'm just gonna do that.
It's actually 5 less points. Or because you have this bonus.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. Yeah, I won't do that. I'll just do the regular attack. So that'll be
The regular
25.
attack? Okay. So that's 25 damage coming at you, Christina. How would you like to handle that?
And it's gonna be 11. So it's gonna go down
One
a ton.
moment.
How many?
Currently, your
Yeah.
speed is higher than Arcsaint's, so you can do the absorption trick.
So that's what he's doing.
I can do the absorption, or I could do a dispel, right?
Yes,
Gets a
correct.
bonus point.
Yeah, sure. I'll just. I will use a dispel potion.
Okay.
So do I just throw it?
Yeah.
Why is it doing that to me? It threw out 2 cards instead of 1. That was not supposed to happen.
Tabletopia. All right, so there's 1 potion
Yes, there we go. Okay, cool.
down
And I
to
can counter the
dispel.
potion?
Yeah, so now it'll cost you 1 potion to overpower.
Okay.
All right. Christina, it's now going to cost you 2 potions if you want to dispel that overpower.
No, it's good.
Okay. So then you're going to take that.
So wait. So can I wait? So I cannot do the limb absorbing thing, right?
I'm going to say
At this
no. I don't. I think you need to
Okay,
commit
no, that's
one
fine.
or the
I'm
other.
just
Yeah.
making sure I understand the option.
Mm-hmm. So then, yeah, you're going to take the 25 damage.
Oh, what?
All right,
that
come on, make it happen. There we go. 10, 20. There we go.
Alrighty. And then that counterattacks Arcsaint for your weakest arm, which I believe is 3. So, Arcsaint, you take 3 damage.
Okay.
All right. And now is your turn, Christina.
Okay, so asking a question,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sure you explained this before, but
No worries.
there's been a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
so that little blurb in the center of the card that's kind of sideways.
Mhm.
So that's the amplify. So I can
Yes.
play that card and
Correct.
Is
Yeah,
that
you
what
can
I-
play that. You play that
that is
amplify
one of
card
my,
first.
my actions that I can do.
Yes, that'll sort of
Okay.
amplify whatever action you're going to choose. Yeah, that's the idea.
Are your hands still itchy and blotchy?
So
We're trying to put it on every morning. So
if
yes.
I
Have you done it yet?
play that, then I can restore. So I can attack and then restore my HP to max. Is that what that means?
Do it more than just in the mornings.
So you would
Very
restore your HP to max. You would restore your HP to the current max, but that's only the all your limbs add together. So I'm not sure what it was before, but so your possible highest max is, let's see, 10, 22, 32.
That's
38.
more than what we started with, so that's fine.
Okay, yeah.
Because we started with 23.
38. No, I added it. I thought I added it as we went up.
Oh, wait, no, we did. We did.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so the current max.
38. So it go up to 40. 46 is your current max. If I'm doing my addition right.
Just take it off the other figure and you can figure it out.
So, okay, so that's what you're doing. You're playing this Amplify first?
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
All right,
Let's do it.
so we go up to 46. Everyone who has Earth limbs can roll a die. So, or who is the Earth Engineer, which is me. So 3. All right, I'll take that as an Amplify card.
My daughter, what sort of trouble are you getting?
What the junk is happening over here?
All right. So the 6 is draw a potion.
Yes. Oh, you take a potion, a chit from it's above the quests.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to get these cards organized because they're just being so buggy. Oh,
I think
gosh.
I'm going to take. Well, I'll take the potion. How do you take just one?
You just click on it and pull it away, and then that'll take.
Okay.
One. Yeah, it's sometimes it'll take all, sometimes it takes one. It's sort of Tabletopia is being way more. Usually it's finicky, but not this finicky.
You're welcome.
Rosie says, gotta lurk and do housework now. God bless. Lorca, thank you so much for Rosie lurking and hanging out. Appreciate her. Hope all her housework goes well. And thank you for her being part of the stream. Amen. And hello, Timmy's. Did Arxen, did you roll, and Andrew, you roll?
Yeah, I got +2 hit.
Yeah, that's why I took the potion.
Okay. All right. And so now what action are you taking, and with which character, Christina? I mean, you get an action with both of them, but...
Yeah. I should probably look at my cards again. One sec.
So do I have to finish this fight, or like can you guys get up there to help during the fight, or does the fight have to go up?
after Christina finishes this action, so there's a full round of attacker defender becomes attacker, and then defender. So you both get a chance to attack. Then me and Andrew will take a turn to get up there. If we make it, then we'll be part of the fight. If not, you have to survive more as we continue to try to get up there.
Gotcha.
Why is she running?
All right, so for fun, I am going to attack with Vampiric Flesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm attacking, and then I can increase my HP by half of the damage.
Yes, if it's inflicted or absorbed. So that's
or absorbed. It didn't
absorbed.
say that on the card.
Yeah, that's just me saying that.
Okay. So yeah.
Because the damage is still technically inflicted, it's just not doesn't deduct from HP in that case.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 31 damage.
31
coming at you, Arc Saint.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a potion.
A potion, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's one. So you can overpower with a potion, Christina.
All right, so if I only have a 2 potion card, does that like
That still would
You know what I
burn
mean?
through. You'd essentially be using it as a 1 potion in this at this
okay?
juncture.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's all I got, so
Okay.
boom.
All right. Now it will take 2 potions to dispel further, Arcsant.
Yeah, I don't have 2, so that's going to go through.
Yeah.
I didn't mean for that to rhyme. But
All right then. So
K-O-N-G.
then you take
So 31,
31 damage,
31 damage.
and you're gonna get 16 of that back, Christina, for HP.
Yay!
He missed the K.
can your hit points go beyond like your maximum hit points?
Yes.
There's no max.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, no, wait. I only did. Hang on.
Pretty sure that
The thematic reasoning behind that is like you can constantly be trying to like when we started these juggernauts were made of like were held together with chewing gum and duct tape. But as you go, you know add better gears. You're fusing things together better, and so it's just you can always get
it's
a
the
lot
theory that
higher.
you can temporarily overcharge a circuit.
Yeah, or something like that.
in Avengers when Thor hits Iron Man with a lightning
Mhm.
bolt.
Exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
we're playing an Avengers game right now. Didn't you know?
Yes.
I have no idea.
So, what are you going to do with your second action, Christina?
Oh, sorry. That's right. I have 2.
This is
Okay.
the level with the saw. Oh, the level with the saw is
All right. So where we are? What you got,
I know,
girl?
I've done this level. So there's a level like this with a saw, so that you're going up the.
You know
up
what?
the
I'm just gonna
tree,
attack.
but there is
Okay.
a saw at the
Just
bottom of
attack
the
again.
street and just chopping through the
Well,
tree.
he's at 2
And
hit
try not to
points.
get
I
hit
mean,
by it.
yeah.
And if you
Wow,
get hit by
okay.
the saw, you die.
So-
It's hard.
So
Why not?
31 damage coming at you again, Arcsate.
I'm going to use a potion.
Use a potion. All right.
Then he's awesome. I didn't do
It'll
it.
cost you 1 potion to
He's
overpower.
like trying really hard to.
Yeah, I don't try not to die.
You know what? I'm gonna. We won't right now.
Okay.
We won't right now. It's fine.
All right. All right.
Mm.
Get these out of the way.
I'm good.
All right. So now it is up to me and Andrew
Francisco,
to.
you probably want to get this one out of the way too.
Oh, thank
Sorry.
you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm going. Let's see. Whose turn would be technically next? Christina, then back to Andrew. So Andrew, go ahead and move to wherever you can. I would.
I think it's there.
3.
I think
Let's
that's
see.
3.
1.
So
two-
going through the
Oh,
no,
go
because
ahead.
I was in Headstone.
Oh, you were in Headstone. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Well, I thought you
So
were in the
one is-
quest. You were in Headstone.
No. I got to Headstone last turn and rested.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll get you there for sure.
Okay.
Okay. Then
That's all I can do.
are you gonna do anything in Ashley's haberdashery or just try to get there over as fast as possible?
Let me have a look and see what the haberdashery does.
Okay.
Okay. If open, how
Which
do I
it
know
is.
if it's open?
So there's one quest card that will close it. If that hasn't happened, it's
Okay.
open.
If open, pay a card.
Mm-hmm. And
Receive that
amplify
card is plus HP and
attack strength.
attack strength. If raise hutch is closed, pay goes to the warlord.
But it's not close, so
Okay.
race hutch is open or free, so it's not going to go to the warlord.
So he goes back to each level, beats all of the bonus stages, gets all the.
All right,
bonus.
so I'm going to.
Some people are completionists. They just want every.
So I'm gonna pay this.
4,
I guess.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to do.
So I get 4 HP and 4 attack strength.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't kill those red buzzes. They will kill you. They're indestructible. You can shoot the coconuts at green ones and kill them, but red ones you can't.
I want to see the song.
It's a different stage.
All right, were you done, Andrew?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. All right, I can.
That was pretty
move
cool.
5. Mm-hmm. 1, 2.
Do I
3,
need to move my
4.
token down?
Yeah, move it down to 2.
You might get there, you might not. You might have to
And I finally got into this fight. Wahaha,
Okay.
Christina. All right, so now we get to go first, but I think your attack, you're still faster.
If you want to see the saw,
You're still. We haven't been doing your proper hunk ability, but it's too late now. It's your turn, Arc Saint.
Oh, I'm going to attack.
Attack. Are you sure you don't want to disable static shock, maybe, or junk nail? Oh, you can't junk nail. Static shock, maybe, to help a guy out over here. You can attack. Don't feel like
yeah.
you
No, the thing with that is it disables 2 of my limbs, right? So
Yes.
this giant saw, rip saw rage.
So how?
All right.
Be a team player, Arc Saint.
Let's be fair. You're gonna probably die either way.
That's true. No, I was thinking about.
So do you go out helping, or do you?
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't care.
Okay, let's do the static. I'm going to disable the 9 and then the 5 right across from it.
We don't know that.
Oh.
Oh, I think. Let's see. Do you get to
Is that how
pick?
that works?
Oh yeah, defenders choose. Oh no, they get to. Christina will get to choose the limbs that are
Oh.
disabled.
Oh,
You just get to pick whether it's your arms or legs.
So you choose
So,
yours. I
what-
choose mine.
So, hold on. Here's a question.
Where,
If it's the legs,
Mm-hmm.
the screen
then does that does that make her top heavy?
No,
Like, is
because
there a cascade effect?
if there isn't, I know that even
Okay.
if all the legs are just, if they have like one leg left that's not destroyed and all the arms are still in place, it still is able to function. It's just there isn't a toppling
can't
over or
move.
anything. It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
hold on a second. Hold on. If I disable the legs, that'll
Mhm.
lower the speed, and that
Mhm.
will allow you guys to counter.
We'll be
With,
able to, critical
well,
hit.
yeah.
We'll be able to absorb more of her attacks. Exactly.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, wait, what?
I mean, she'll
wait.
still get
Okay.
she'll get to choose what to disable, but you can. It doesn't matter what you
choose
disable,
whether it's arms or legs.
whether it's
Oh,
arms or
okay.
legs. She still gets to choose what to disable. But I mean, either way, she's going to be attacking for less or
That's true.
slower.
It's wait, Francisco. Just so I understand,
Mhm.
if he disables his legs, I have to disable my legs, correct?
No. So it's
Or I just choose whatever limbs. Okay, cool.
So the reason it's worded the way it is in case, let's say Arc Saint was the
Mm-hmm.
warlord.
Bad guy.
Bad guy, they could disable 4 arms, and then you would have to disable all your limbs, versus or 3 legs, and you'd have to disable 3 limbs. So that's why it's
Valid.
not 2 and 2 or 2 and 2. That's why it's worded
Mhm.
disable all your enabled arms instead of disable 2 arms or 2 legs. And then the defender chooses the same number of limbs to disable. You can disable an arm and a leg, 2 legs, 2 arms, but Hobart has
I
to
can
choose.
disable what I want.
Yes, but Hobart disabled 2 legs, so you have to disable 2 of something.
Okay, so I am going to disable my 3 up here
Okay,
and my 5.
3 and 5.
Oh,
You know, your 10 down here might be a great option to disable. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it just allows you to
Likely
fly.
story.
Why would you want that ability? I don't get it. It's-
Likely story.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so now
All
you
right.
don't
So what do I do with my stats now that those are disabled?
I would personally, how I handle it is I just remember, okay, when I'm attacking, I attack with 31 minus 8. But if you want to
Okay.
lower it manually, that's fine. Just remember to increase it if you take the disables off or something.
Yeah. No. I would actually rather do that.
Okay.
So
All right. So now you're. Let's see. So that was your action toward Christina. Thank you, Arc Saint. Now it's my turn. I am going to. Which of these makes the most sense?
Because he was literally step. Well,
Yeah.
he completed it in 1 try.
I'm gonna. Okay. No. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Wait, is
I am going to amplify water. So if you have water limbs or you're the water magineer, roll, which helps you way too much, Christina, but nothing for it.
So, how many dice do I roll?
You will roll 3.
he had 103 lives?
5. And I will take 5
But
attack
I
strength.
remember happening to me, that's why.
Probably you had like 2 lives.
So, all right. So, hold on. What did you rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3,
Thank you.
or a 1, a 2, and a 2?
Are you asking me or Christina?
Can I watch?
Christina.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 2. Sorry,
Okay.
the 4 is not
Okay.
part of that.
So,
Oh,
Um,
yeah, the ball.
wise passion.
Mhm.
If I make her re-roll,
The other guy
Uh-huh.
has a beard, but he's Canadian. And he has
she's re-rolling just 1 dice. Do I get to pick which of the dice she has to choose?
Of that one that you're re-rolling and the new roll, not all her rolls.
Okay.
supposed to be done this
So she still gets to choose which die she picks.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So she has 2 twos, so it doesn't make any sense for me to apply it to her.
Yeah. Plus, you haven't really technically played that amplify card out, so you wouldn't be able to right now.
When would I play it otherwise?
You would play it when you're in a combat situation and play it as an amplify action. This is why I think
once you
Oh,
get
okay.
there,
that's
you have
one
to
where
get there first.
I need to change to have it be play immediately, because I do have some quest cards that do that, and I think that one needs to be like that. Otherwise, yeah, you're sort of waiting to get it out. So let me note that. Make wise passion.
I've been following him for like 4 years.
Also, just as a note, Francisco, on the quest card,
Mhm.
I think I kind of think you need to add a third option, because you have a good and a bad option,
Mhm.
and I think if you can try and do a neutral option, because the tough part for knowing that I had the warlord card, and I was like, well, if I choose the bad option, which would benefit, then I tip my hand as to who I am.
Yeah, I totally
I mean?
get that. The thing is, I was actually trying to make most of the options sort of ambiguous, so that you may be like, you could sort of say, if people raise suspicion, you could be like, guys, I have low life here. I didn't want to take a big hit on life just for this, or I'm worried about what that card might be, or anything like that. So that's more of like how you play the other players at the table, the meta game. But I do try to have most of the choice Bs be ambiguous, where it could be that they might be the warlord because they picked that, but they may also just be like they weren't.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like so like a good one is My Little Scythe, where you've got a friendship option, you've got a it basically you're choosing between one buff, the other buff, or stay out of it.
Oh yeah, I get that.
And like doing that makes this. I know you were trying to be ambiguous about it. It doesn't read as ambiguous to me.
Okay, that's fair.
It very much reads as a good option, bad option. So
okay,
because
I'll
it's
note that.
either you save them and defeat the occultists, or you do not save them and the arc is profane. The Eldritch arc is profane. Like, well, that's a good and a bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So if there was a third option of like investigate or something, or enable the people to do it themselves,
I'll definitely. I know that,
Yeah.
Christina, and I think that's fair to either re-examine the options that are there, or maybe try working a third option. But
Cool.
yeah, let's go ahead and,
Yep.
and continue on though for now.
Sorry, back to the
worries.
fight.
No worries. Yeah.
All right, whose go?
I believe.
My go?
So I just
Wait a minute.
amplified water.
You did amplify water, yes.
I'm using.
And I rolled.
And you rolled, yeah.
So
Go ahead.
if I rolled a 1, that means one more.
That means you would disable one of your limbs.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I increased my health by 4, but disabled.
No, you just
pick one option.
You just pick one option.
Oh, you pick one of them. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
So
Yeah,
obviously you want
that's why.
obviously you want the disable the 10. I think that's the one you want to go with. I'm kidding. Yeah, take the +2 to HP. Yeah. Okay.
Dude, I'm telling you, I miss you. I miss you at D&D. I miss you so much.
Aw, that's so sweet of you.
Uh,
So plus,
there's fewer people to banter with.
yeah,
There's fewer wild cards there. It's it's a bunch of Boy Scouts. Andrew.
Anyway, so I amplified water, and the amplify effect of this is disable any one limb. Owner of the disabled limb draws a card. So I am finally going to disable that 10 on you, but you get to draw a card as an amplify.
Oh, I
card.
get to draw a card. All right, so zoom out. I was all zoomed in and stuff. All right, where am I drawing?
So over here with
Here, I'm going to take one out.
Yes, probably wise.
Thank
All
you.
right. Mm-hmm. All right. And now that I've done that amplify, I am going to attack you. I'm going to start this action series of Poison Briar. So my first action is to attack you with my strongest leg, and then I'm going to disable it. So I'm attacking you with 10. 10 damage.
Okay, well, wait. You disabled my leg. I need to lower my strength, right?
No.
Speed.
Or my speed.
You can, or you can just remember. It's if that helps you to just lower it on
Me and remembering the things at this point is because
then you can go ahead and lower it by 10.
Just change it.
Then that's fine. That's totally fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Sorry.
No worries.
Back to all right.
So I'm attacking you for 10. I'm using my strongest leg to attack you, and then I'm going to end up disabling it because I'm doing this 3 action sequence, which starts with that. So do you want to take the damage? What do you want to do with it?
I'll take the damage.
Take the damage. All right.
It's only
10 damage. Yeah.
It's only 10. It's fine.
All right. Then you would normally counterattack me, but your weakest limb is, your disabled limbs count as your weakest limb, so they're zeros.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Cool.
So now it is back to you, Christina.
Okay. Well, Hobart, it was nice knowing you.
I do the same thing. Yep.
You gotta make sure you tie all those loose ends up. Make sure they're actually dead and not just hanging off the ledge.
So you're attacking for how much? Or are you doing vampiric clutch? Or are you doing just normal barrage attack? Or attacking with Riviera?
I'm attacking with Riviera right now.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm attacking.
Okay, so that's let's see. And so that's 13 damage, or did you lower the actual counter from these disables?
I lowered the actual counter.
Okay, so 23 damage coming at you, Arc Saint.
Question: if you're also in the battle, can you try to jump in front of me to protect me, or?
I don't have anything like that. Is that something you would like to see?
That would be a fun mechanic, though.
It would be.
Oh,
like
I
sacrifice
mean-
That would be a fun mechanic.
Well, at the very least, the question I was going to have is, and it was going to get accurate here in a minute, is are we allowed to trade cards and or potions between players at this phase in the game?
Mm-hmm. That's something I've been asked before. I don't really think that's never come up except right here and right here, like in this final battle. And this is the only time that I don't think it would be permissible to trade cards. But we are gonna try something with this. I am gonna say this is not normal. This is usually we don't do this. I'm gonna say though that if you're in the same place and want to use potions to help a teammate, you can do that. We're not gonna have you
This
jump
is all
in front
because
of.
I'm about to kill a teammate, right?
What was that?
This is because I'm about to kill a teammate.
Yes, I will say this.
Yes.
There is one other thing that that you could do, Arc Saint, and this is something. This is very alpha. This was just an idea, but we can. This is actually a perfect opportunity. If a character is about to die, they can claim sacrifice. So that'd be you claiming sacrifice, Arc Saint, and that would break the bonds of the warlord over the acolyte. It's like you laying down your life for your friends. They see what you're doing, that you're trying to sacrifice yourself for them, and that would break it. I think we're still gonna do a high card for that, for whether or not it works.
The power of friendship.
Exactly. But
That sounds cool.
okay, so do you want to do that instead of me trying to disable the thing?
So if I sacrifice, I'm dead, but that does something. How does that work?
Yeah, if you sacrifice, you die. What happens with death is you actually Hobart still is alive. Your Juggernaut's gone. You then take your weakest limb, and you get to use that as an attack to attack back whenever it's your turn again. If it's the same element as you get to do that every turn. If it's not, you have to roll and match. Whether if it's a even number, you have to roll an even. If it's an odd number, you have to roll an odd, and then you get to attack with it. But in your case, your wind element, your weakest limb is like the 7 wind, so you could attack every time it's your turn with a 7. So you're sort of stuck on the ground. You're just.
But what you
it.
would do is you'd effectively separate my mech from Lord's mech. Is that what's going to
No,
mechanically happen?
you would just lose
that?
access to Riviera. You'd lose access to the extra
okay, cool.
action
All right.
and to sacrifice acolyte. You wouldn't lose your mech though.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, yeah. I'll do
So
that.
I would still be playing as the warlord.
Yes, you would still be playing as the warlord.
All right, cool.
Hobart would be dead. Actually, yeah, Hobart would be dead. You'd have access to Riviera. Then Riviera would use the weakest limb. That's how that would work.
Which mechanically might be sound because then the warlord loses the ability to counter to absorb all the counterattacks.
Exactly.
So, which is huge in this circumstance.
Yes. All right, so we're gonna try that.
Okay, so I'm going to sacrifice, and yeah.
Okay, let me test this mechanic. Then I need to be done, guys, because I said 10:30. But I do want to test this mechanic to just see what happens. All right, so here's how we're gonna do this.
See, if you plan on going for 4 hours and you had,
I know.
I wouldn't be mad.
Yes, absolutely.
Try not to be mad at me.
Why are these cards endless? What is going on? All right, so I'm gonna put this deck out on here.
You're welcome.
Arc Saint, go ahead and draw a card, and Christina, draw a card.
Arc Saint, you go first. We who are about to die salute you.
All right, and put your cards near your Juggernaut so I can determine whose is whose.
Yeah.
All right, and flip them over on 3. I'm going to count to 3.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna have you guys wrap up screen.
All right, so Arc Saint, you did survive. You won the high card, so your sacrifice did penetrate the heart of Riviera. She sees the she sees the error of her
I
ways
killed my
and says,
brother.
"I can't believe you did that to Hobart." I'm sorry, Hopper. I'm sorry to all of you. I will avenge you.
Okay.
But this is destroyed.
I understand that I missed out on, and I will. Fine.
So now you would be attacking with. You would have to roll an odd die every time you wanted to attack Arc Saint because it's a 7 and it doesn't match you. But that's how that would go. But thank you guys so much for playing.
Thank you.
That was great.
I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to finish.
It was fun. It was fun though.
Awesome. I'm going to send you out all a Google form that Ashley made, which has been very helpful to fill out. I do want. I'll give you guys 5 minutes if there's anything that is like, oh, I really want to let you know this, Francisco, in person with my voice. I'll just go around. I'll start with Arc Saint.
Nothing really comes to mind. It was pretty good. It would go faster if we all knew everything, right? But
anything
yeah,
particularly that you hated? That's like I couldn't stand this, Francisco. Other than Tabletopia, because that's on my hate list.
Tabletopia is yeah.
But yeah, Arc Saint.
I did the speedrun tactic just because of the limited time. I think Andrew played more how I would like to have played. I see why you separated the map now, so that you can't go up until you get the bottom 2 cities. That's a cool mechanic. A lot of this I just need to digest. I really like it though. Like my impressions are very good so far.
Awesome. Okay. Christina.
So, no, I really liked it. One playtesting. If you wanted to, I don't know, put the rules in a Google Doc that everyone has access to playing so they can like read, that would help. And it might actually streamline some of the playtesting because then, I can be looking up rules when it's not my turn.
Yeah.
So that I understand better what I'm doing and I don't to rely on you to explain 100% of things.
Yeah.
I think even if all you did was take the front and back of that picture card, and then what happens when you roll to amplify. I mean, I think that's a lot of the looking up I had to do. Was I was constantly looking. Okay, what does this do? What does this do? What are my options here?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mean like looking at what the amplifiers actually do instead of like looking at them on your cards, having that somewhere else in the rules?
Like
no. The dice roll area.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. But I mean, I think just having, especially with mechanics going in, we're doing at the end, instead of having to like explain all of the things, taking the time to explain all of the doc ahead of time, or if we have a Google Doc that we can have as know, and like if you just have a Google Doc that you can enable and disable permission on for anybody who's playtesting, then we can it might streamline the playtesting a little bit better so you don't have to do as much legwork explaining.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Thank you. And Andrew.
I think the one thing that was slightly frustrating for me was because I went first, I did the quest, it bounced me over to the other side, which fine, but then I never got a chance to actually move far enough to challenge any of the cities.
Yeah.
And since the red player, his special attribute depends on beating one of the golems, I felt like I was permanently behind the 8 ball of I don't get to fight anyone, and there's no way to catch that back up. Like it's not even like a case of, oh, you can go off and fight these monsters over here to activate that anyway. So it felt like it was just a little bit frustrating of like, if you're gonna go for one play style and then everyone else goes for the other, you can definitely get caught out in terms of and now I guess I don't get to do any of the any of the city quests.
Yeah, I get that. I think it was a mistake on my part to have us, when we did that tutorial mission at the beginning, to move everyone's tokens down to the 5 spot. I should have just left them at 8. I think would have been helpful. I was thinking like we're actually moving, so everything should be moved, but usually people just stay at the 8 when they start the game. So I should have left it at that, and I think that would have actually helped a lot with that. But I think that's a totally fair critique, that it felt like you were constantly behind or never able to catch up because of that. So I'm sorry about that, Andrew, but thank you. Yeah, that's good feedback.
No, it's fine. I mean, this is why we're playtesting it. The other question I was gonna have is, would there be an option to go back to the junkyard to raid the discard pile, maybe?
Yeah. So the idea that I'm having with that is you can go back and get whatever card is at the top, because you're not going to waste time digging through the junkyard. You just, whatever's at the top, that's the card you would get if you go back to the junkyard.
Because like I mean, some of the monsters were, some of the golems were like a 2, a 4, and a 9. It's obvious you'll choose the 9.
Mm-hmm.
But you had one that was like a 2, an 8, and a 10. You chose the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that 8 goes to the discard pile, maybe I want to run and grab. Maybe I want to nip down and grab that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
So
awesome. Well, thank you guys again.
Oh, hey, one more thing.
Yeah. Go ahead, Arxen.
Have you considered, so for the characters that you play, there's 4 different ones.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are more to my play style. Have you considered maybe adding 2 more siblings to the mix that maybe the warlord would have killed, so there'd be more variation to who you choose? So it's still a 4-player game, but there's like 6 people you can choose from.
I haven't thought about that. I mean, it's supposed to be random every time anyway, so you never are necessarily picking. That's not a terrible idea.
I guess you only.
I should say that's a good idea. Right. That just makes more work for me. Why are you trying to give me more work?
Well, or rather than 6, I mean, rather than 6, you could do 8. You could, and then you could do 2 of each color.
Yeah. Okay. So that I think honestly is more like stretch goals for Kickstarter. But no, that's a good suggestion. I didn't think about the angle of like the warlord killed 2 of them or something, and these are the 4 that are left. I really like that.
It'd be a big family,
yeah, exactly. Well, it's not a bad thing. But I have to go now, guys. Thank you again so much.
Yes. Take care.
For
taking
all this
Thank
time.
you very much.
Yeah, I hope you're.
Thank you, Ashley.
Christina says thank you
for being patient.
Christina's saying this. She says no tango paciencia. Which I think means she has lots of patience. I think that's what that means. But yeah, thank you guys.
Take care.
I'm gonna go.
Thank
Bye.
You. Bye.